What's up, guys? Welcome to Roundhouse Xrd. I am the Arm, and I'm here with Kizzler.
Hello, how are you?
All right. Ready to see people get blown up the Xrd way, you know?
Yeah, there's nothing quite like Chicago Xrd. I can tell you that for a fact.
All right. So
I think we're about to jump right into it as soon as I see our other
I don't see
competitor.
Mop.
Oh, there he comes.
first match is Gekko versus Mop, so we're gonna have some Axel versus Milia.
Yep.
Basically, when it comes to characters in Guilty Gear, we're not getting surprised by anyone, right? Like, no one's picking out of pocket. You know, they're just picking their character at this point. So it's like, you know, he's playing Milia and he's playing Axel.
I mean, there could be the Pocket Soul.
Oh, really?
Mop
Oh, yeah.
does have the soul,
Sure,
but he loves Milia a lot.
Yeah.
And Gekko, he's kind of branded himself as the Axel player. He hosts Wednesday night Renson bi-weekly meetups at his house, where these two have played quite a bit, actually. So expect these two to be very, very familiar with each other. There's going to be a lot of jumping and a lot of 2S coming out of Axel. So be prepared to look at that as the linchpin of the matchup as things progress through the set.
Yeah, I mean, this is the kind of matchup where Axel's damage is actually, like, significant, right? Like,
yeah.
he can really make her hurt because it's Milia and she likes to jump, and his damage in the air is actually good. So just depends on the hit and if Mom can avoid getting game time. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Oh. Heaven or Hell, Duel 1. Gekko with the first jump. Haha.
Right. He goes right in with the 6H. Oh, counter hit. Oh, that's mad damage. Oh my god, he's already almost dead. Look at that.
He hit 1.5 combos and Milia is blinking already. That's incredible.
And he didn't even spend any meters, so now he has the bar to do that. Yeah, like, this is just snowballed out of control so incredibly fast for Mop, but he gets a hit. Nice.
Yeah, decides to take that time to back up and grab the pin. That's one of the things we had to look at. I kind of forgot about that since, you know, Strive the way pin.
Yeah. Milia missing her dash. Yeah, allowing Gekko to get out, and Gekko gets out twice, and that'll cost you.
2S.
Yeah. Gekko looking nice and comfortable, honestly. You know, he knows he only needs like 3 or 4 hits, if even that much. So he goes for the air throw.
That's this.
Nice. The DP.
He's out of the bad moon. Mop does like to go for bad moons quite a bit.
Yeah.
And one of the things you have to do against Gekko is you have to discourage his DP.
Yeah, he's down. He's most down to do DP. I mean, Axel's DP is generally like not straightforward to punish compared to. I mean, you have to really go like close to a block, right? Like,
Right, because it's grounded.
Yeah, and it's not counter hit recovery, so if your punish is counter hit reliant, you know, stuff like that happens. Chasing, gets the combo. Doesn't have a pin, so
yeah,
that's
unfortunate.
Never mind. That first. Okay, dash and throw.
Jab, throw, reset.
Off trying to force. Gekko getting hit.
Winger, all right. Pile on an extra Hellfire damage. What's the setup?
Just gets the pin, goes 6K. Oh, died because of hair car.
That looked like Strive muscle memory kicking in. Because I'm pretty sure that's what you do.
Accidental, yeah, accidental. But wait, you think it because he wanted hair car, or he wanted something other input?
No, that's exactly. I think he wanted 6H or 6K hair car, but that doesn't really work in this game. I think.
Oh, lost crisp 40% of your life. Oh, lost another 30. Okay. Almost dead here. Nice. Oh, just dead. Never mind.
There were 2 no techs in there for what it's worth.
You gotta tech. You just gotta be teching. Yeah. When your life is this low, you like really gotta preserve that.
Double.
I mean,
ooh, good cross up.
This match is almost like this is already Gekko point. He can win it so quickly.
We still don't want to discount Milia though. We know Mop is very practiced with her, and Millie can run away with things.
But he's kind of letting Gekko get out like pretty free, right? Like in most of the knockdowns.
Uh-oh. There's the punish.
Uh-oh.
We'll see what Mop decides to do without working without pin here.
Profit combos. Boom, boom, boom. This should be it though. RC.
Flush shaker. Yep. Okay. Mop on the board.
Mop is definitely a little shaky right now.
I mean, but this is a good start to get back into it.
Right.
And then you get hit by 6K, and there goes 40%.
Yeah.
This is.
Oh no. Oh, lucky. She went that way. Otherwise, she was just exploded. Okay. Oh, and Gekko holding up big time.
Yeah, Gekko decided that he had enough of getting throw reset, so he decided to finally do something about it.
This is bad. Oh, okay.
Big gold burst. Stays low. Set up. Like that.
Letting him jump again though. Too much DP respect. That's what we were talking about earlier.
Yeah. There's the base.
Nice. That's how it starts. Oh, gets the pin back. This is actually really good. Big chance. One touch. Oh, it's got the winger too. That's enough, for sure. OTG?
Shaker?
Oh, maybe not enough. He thought it was too. Okay.
And there's the bad memory reset. Yeah. See, and that's it. If Millie gets started, she runs it back. So
overestimated Amelia damage there. I'm sorry.
So now instead of being, match point Gekko, we're now 1-1 and heading into game 3. So they're pretty much clean slate here.
Oh, whoa. Was that close slash?
That was definitely DP that got crossed up.
Nice.
And it worked out in Gekko's favor. And
yeah, he's still chipping it on.
Yeah.
Low profile though. And she lost the pin. That's kind of big. This is really hard for Mop to win here.
Ooh, what an air throw.
Good blitz.
Big blitz.
Yeah, but this Mop's got a lot of work here.
DP's type.
Wow, it's far. What the heck? Guilty gear throws.
Stays low with the 2D. Base that DP.
Has to burn the bar.
Set up.
Doesn't have bar this time, so this is nothing, right?
No.
Get an air tech? Oh,
yeah. Mop definitely does have his bad move knockdown zones in stock right now.
Nice.
Open up with the 2H.
Mop, honestly, on defense, Mop always just looks uncomfortable, right now. He's just trying to scramble out. Doesn't want to hold anything. Oh.
Another big DP.
Oh, no. Okay, Mop gets in. Can't hold Gekko down at all, though. There we go, Gekko.
A little too far for the 2H. That's gonna hurt.
And he gets air reset. Oh, the extra damage. Wait, can you do anything off this Gekko?
And that'll do it. Gekko 2-1 over Mop right now.
Yep, lots of resets, but that kind of just favors Axel if it's happening that way, right?
Yeah, for sure. Because Axel will do, we saw it. He does way more stray damage than Millie ever will.
Easy. Yeah. Taking 30-40% for air to air string combo.
Yeah. Oh my god, all that juicy damage. Tech.
Yeah, probably could have killed too.
And throw.
It was just a little misspaced on the follow up there. Amelia is so squishy. It's just really just exploding sometimes. I didn't see who just jumped on. It's actually right directly behind us, behind the thing.
It looks like one of got a little bit of a. This is a regional, so we do have some quote-unquote out-of-town travelers coming through.
Right.
One of which being the keeper of the notebook, Drifter Dane.
Right. I was playing him earlier. Yeah.
Batman player extraordinaire. And then representing Chie is, of course, Chie Lover. Surprise to absolutely no one. Who needs subtlety?
Yeah.
So this is going to be Batman versus Raven. I'm willing to place bets on who spends the least time on the ground in this matchup.
Oh, it's gonna be Dane.
Well, yeah, but he just doesn't believe the ground at all.
What do you mean? There's a bet here? Raven can't even like spend as much time in the air as Batman could.
It ain't gonna stop him from trying though.
Maybe, yeah. We'll see. Maybe I'll be wrong.
This is definitely going to be highly entertaining. God, I love this game.
Oh, they're on the wrong side? No, it's that. Oh, no, it's mirrored.
Yeah.
Mirrored. Okay.
The most important part of the entire game, picking the right song. And we have settled on Gekko's theme. That is not the right song. But let's get into some games here.
I haven't seen Raven in a while. Well, I mean, I did see a little off stream on one setup, but I didn't watch anything. So
Yeah. Pretty sure we have at least 2 in the bracket.
Batman though, Batman style. Well, I mean, these both characters are kind of like the type of characters that kind of scratch away at your life bar a little bit at a time, right?
Right.
I mean, they have their exceptions to the rules, but for the most part, they're not exploding you, right? They're just keeping it safe and like tight, right?
Yep.
Here we go.
Drifter with the early head start here.
Okay.
Sheila stealing the initiative back, getting
Right.
a nice stretch. Goes low on the mix. Ooh.
Raven notoriously hard to burst. Just how it be sometimes.
5K no convert though. Another 5K no convert.
Wow, he made it over. Uh-oh. Sheila rushing down with these dashes. Nice cross under.
No
That's
really
good.
big hits though.
That one's pretty big. That's about as big as it gets for Batman though, honestly. Nice. Yeah, probably had the burst was going to die there. Sheila can't pick it up.
Using scratch to stall in the air.
Got
Oh,
him.
gets hit
Dead?
by Task C.
No,
There's
that
the
was a
overhead
cheat
though.
there.
Yep. RC'd. Ooh, yep.
Yeah.
The classic.
It's pretty cheap, especially when you don't have reversal.
It's
Just
so good.
hold that. Nice convert. Doesn't really get a good situation after though.
That's gonna knock down. Set up. Goes low off the air dash.
Sheila kind of exploding right now. This pressure is really annoying to get out of.
Let's trade. RC to keep going.
Yeah, has to.
Blitz gets
Nice
grabbed.
throw, gets
Here comes-
combo. Drops the combo. Still really good. So hard for Raven to make a comeback here. Yeah, look at that.
This gets slapped up again. And just that quickly, Drift is on the board with the first game here.
Yeah, I mean, just kind of locking him down. And Raven not like the greatest answers to get out of pressure, right? Like, just he's kind of notoriously hard to jump out of the corner. And like, you know, he can mash like anyone else, but like,
And with no meter,
yeah.
there's no reversal, no threatening reversal, I should say. Invincible, that's the word I'm looking for. Yeah.
right. Let's see if Sheila ever can get their game going more.
Runs face first in a Task A, but Sheila is in now. Ooh. Ended up blocking
nice 6P backwards.
Blocks all the overhead hits. All right, gets clipped by the Deja Vu though.
Well, baits the 6P kind of, but not well enough to not get hit by the follow-up. 5H, really good button there.
These knockdown angles that Raven's getting is not leading to the OTG needle for the slowdowns.
Yeah. Sheila is just like having a lot of trouble maintaining momentum at all. Let's see.
Set up. Clock?
Immediately, I think this is not an award. Yeah, okay.
Set it up. Nope, no good.
Uh-oh. Wants another shot this round. Glide, okay. Dane FDing his way out. Oh,
Wow.
drop the bet on him from the top. Yep. Well, that's pretty hard to keep track of when characters flying all over the place, and sometimes they can just be straight up off screen, so. Sheila really having trouble getting in. Getting tagged all over the place. Cross up. Replay. More damage.
Yeah, Drifter's just kind of doing.
Yeah, it's running away with it.
Yeah.
Okay, Rudy Glide. Chasing. Drifter not folding though.
There's one thing Drifter's actually really good at, and he won't admit to this, but he is very good defensively. Like, he will not crack in the face of. Oh, that's a gold burst.
Oh, I start. Sheila starts burning bar, trying to get in, gets shut though. Okay, Raven does have a reversal now, but might just die here. Okay, that angle's out. Back dash. Oh, you're dead? No? For sure. Taking it real slow. Well, takes the burst with the stance, but can she ever finish this? No. Too much life.
It's rough, but
does one of us have to play?
not yet.
Oh, okay.
Drifter Dane, moving on in the bracket.
Yeah, that's that Bedman. It's one of those characters that, like, I mean, he's just gonna be try to be annoying and like hard to catch. And if you can't like navigate around the neutral and stop him from setting up all this nonsense on the screen, it's just gonna snowball out of control.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay. Next up, we've got one of our friends visiting from Wisconsin, Lizard Man. Noted Rashid player in Street Fighter V, very, very good. And Johnny enthusiast in Xrd.
Nice.
Going up against one of our locals, good old young Pat Lord, the Elfeld Valentine.
Yeah.
Ever dangerous, master of a lot of fighters.
Yeah. I mean, it's funny the way he plays this game with Elfeld is like he knows like exactly what like the cheapest stuff she has is, and he just like hold that.
Sometimes, I mean, you got to do what you got to do.
I'll point it out, like the JDs, the close slashes.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm talking about.
Oh, absolutely.
But this is two of the strongest characters in the game. Crazy characters, capable of doing some insanity things if you let them. So.
And sometimes if you don't let them, they do it anyway.
Yeah, they make miracles happen out of nothing.
Yeah, for sure. God, Johnny's so cool.
He is very sick. This is one of the characters that can actually go like blow for blow with Elfeld.
Yes.
Out on top. Like, it's pretty rare to say that because she kind of rolls you over in two combos pretty often, but Johnny, no stranger to that himself, really. So both got to be very on their toes.
I think one of the things I'm going to be looking for most in this matchup is the burst situation, because
ooh, that back dash was clean. All right, got to level 2 already. That's danger. All right,
spins it already.
Okay,
gets it back.
Oh, could have exploded her. Okay, nice. Lizard Man movement pretty good so far. Got Trap Lord with the throw. Knockdown? No,
nope,
missed
not quite.
it. Oh,
Points
grenade saving the day. You hate to see it. Okay.
First spin.
Oh, nice. Maneuvers around the sniper.
Yeah, Lizard Man slips in. Knockdown? Yep.
Timing got it. Yeah, you can see the height.
Takes the OTG for the level. Oh my god.
That was crazy.
That was a beautiful snipe.
I think he could have killed too. He was going for it. All right, first round of Lizard Man Johnny. And 6H. Name goes out. That's a knockdown. Ooh, spooky. Yeah, nobody wants to be there.
Not at all. But Lizard Man right back in the corner.
He's still there. He's still there. It's bad.
And it's shotgun time.
Yeah.
Oh baby.
Back dash takes him nowhere. Burning bar on the FD. What you do? You got chill clips. Goodbye.
Yep.
Dude, shotgun's
and
so funny.
that's Elfeld, everybody.
Yeah, dude. All right.
But Lizard Man has most of his burst back, so.
Nice confirm from Trap Lord here. Oh, it drops the ender though.
Lizard Man slips out, and now the turns are tabled. Here we go.
They're both kind of swinging their ways out, but no one really getting a clean hit.
And
Nice. 2H
in the middle.
finish. There he goes.
There
That
it
time
is.
he got it. Yeah. Oh my God. Danger. Oh God.
Oh, no.
What do you got? You got something
An
cheap here, Trap
extension?
Lord? No, just goes for. That might be too far. Yeah.
Oh, he just gets, yeah, just gets hit.
Grenade
Good
will
old
do it,
grenade.
you know? It's like
Trap Lord.
the all-in-one Oki tool. Just throw a grenade on him, bro. All right. Lizard Man didn't look bad though, so head around on the board and
Yeah, this can definitely still go either way.
Trap Lord running game though. Oh, but 2H. Doesn't get any levels off it though. Can't pick it up. Oh God. I don't think that was gonna combo, but Lizard Man, big respect first. There's the. That's what I was talking about. He ran in with the IAD, jumped to EYRC, and then still went in with the close slash and got it. Uh-oh.
Right.
Yeah, that's rough. He might be dead here. No, maybe not. Now you're dead.
That's all right. Just when in doubt, just reset to 6P.
Right.
It's fine.
Just freeform, right?
Yeah.
Whatever you want to do. Choose your own adventure character. Nice.
6P grenade.
Shotgun comes out this time.
There's
the
the
command
command
grab.
grab.
Yeah, it's so.
Oh,
my
no.
God. How dare you? How
Yep.
dare you burst shotgun?
That's the burst situation I talked about at the beginning of the set. It's just sometimes these characters are extremely hard to burst, and when you burst wrong, you literally lose.
Yeah. Shotgun pressure. Puts it away. Whiffs though.
Lizard Man's still on level 1 here. Oh, there's a level 2 OTG.
Oh, it's a big whiff. Nice bait from Trap Lord.
Right?
Oh
Doesn't
my God.
get the punish on the 6H whiff.
Pick up? Oh, that's a hard combo.
Quite, yeah.
Uh-oh. 100 meter for Trap Lord. Misses the grenade pickup, but this is still so bad. For
All of the resources versus none of them.
Oh.
Just
That's
kidding.
the
We
only
have
resource
we've
needed.
got coins.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Lizard Man stay in it, though. This is so danger. Oh, this is rough.
Setup gets thrown.
Can he finish? I don't think so. Wait, what?
Oh, he's going to go for the extension. I thought that was going to...
He gets two
So
knockouts
close.
in one combo. Oh! What a grab.
Wow.
Guilty Gear grabs.
Beautiful. From the brink of destruction, Lizard Man bringing it back.
Yep. And he's stay in it. Take it to game 3, or we'll... Oh, come on, grenade. Why are you like this? Okay, another pickup. Not enough. Oh my God, he has another grenade pickup timings. No.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it's bad.
Young Trap Lord doesn't quite get all of that one.
Oh no. Oh
Whoa.
no, it still picks up. That angle? Yeah,
Yep.
there it is. Okay, level 3. Oh God, tech buttons. Oh no.
Versus here.
He could level 3.
Versus gone.
Watch out for the level 3.
That...
Oh my God.
Oh no.
Okay. No tech buttons? Level 3 him. Level 3 him. No. Okay. Rip. Young Trap Lord takes it.
All right.
All right, Kizzler stepping
Yep,
up.
looks like I'm up. Good luck to me and nobody else.
Yeah. This situation, Johnny had level 3, so it's like so dangerous to keep swinging, but young Trap Lord, the sniper, takes it anyway.
Yeah, Amadeus here. I was actually watching that match off this site, and that's like top 1 versus top 2, right? So, I mean,
Yeah, they're both god characters.
good showing from both players. I think like Lizard Man was doing a good job of just like trying to control Alpha and get those hit confirms. Just didn't quite get the scramble situation, I think is what it came down to, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, just not enough like clean conversions into the big hits that you need, you know, like coin level ups and stuff.
Yeah, once you
It's,
get that.
it's all like part of one big snowball for Johnny, right?
Right, like Johnny just needs that one coin hit, and then it's like, okay, it's Johnny time. But you can't get to that point, or like your hits just like don't lead into anything because you're not ready for the situation. What happens?
Yeah, but
This is Amadeus. I'm replacing Kizzler, who's playing on stream right now.
nice.
Looks like he's going up. We're going to see Kizzler versus
Raylight.
Raylight. So this is going to be Sin versus Kai.
Okay.
Now, I got to play against both these players a lot. Raylight definitely, he's a Sin player. I believe he's from Wisconsin coming down. He's not a bad Sin player. Definitely like kind of started out with Xrd relatively on the tail end of things. Because they're, of course, Chicago local and been playing here for years.
Kizzler's played this matchup plenty, and he's the type of player who, if you aren't ready, he will just bully the hell out of you.
Yeah, I know from playing against Raylight a lot, too. He'll definitely go to a lot to the dead angle as a solution on defense, because Sin has a DP, he has a backdash, but they're not the greatest defensive option, so he kind of does have to rely on some of those other system mechanics.
His DP kind of cheap, bro.
His DP, I mean, he can make it safe if he connects, yeah. Like
Yeah, his DP kind of cheap.
He's
I
got
mean,
one of
it's only like, it's pretty easy to bait as far as DPs go.
yeah, like crap hitbox, but safe on
Right.
block, so.
Has its own advantages.
It's a round start because they're just going back off, setting up the wall there with jumping heavy and stun edges.
Good old stun dipper, not comboing, bro. Nothing like it.
Get it out of the way early, right? If it's going to happen early in the round, you see other bursts, not when you have 1 HP.
Dude, when I saw all the Strive Kai players being like, stun dipper doesn't combo, I'm like, bro.
Welcome to
yes.
20 years ago,
Welcome
bro.
to Guilty Gear, baby. That was gone,
All right, we're logging to there's the dead angle. Yeah, gets out of that Kai, but wake up throw, man. Got to do a safe jump, got to space that out. Oh, misses the DP maybe?
Whoa!
Oh, Kizzler just full send it. Full send it with the gold burst.
He was at like 80% life lead, and he just threw his gold burst.
Full send. Oh, but the block on the JD, that's still active.
I mean, Kizzler is just dominating right now, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, Kizzler's setting up the wall. Like, Raylight hasn't really gotten a chance to go in and effectively make it. There's a good slides under the stun
I think
edge.
the biggest problem is he hasn't really established that he knows how to play the footsies game on the ground. He hasn't won it at all,
Yeah, I mean, most of his wins in neutral here have either been in the air when Kizzler goes to the air or under the stun edge, but the footsies game is definitely something he's not using Sin's great normals for it.
Right.
Bullying Kizzler in the corner here, though. Oh, but the wake-up stun dipper.
Yeah.
Let him know how you feel.
100 meter for Raylight, though. See what happens.
Oh, baits out the dead angle. Doesn't use it smart.
Oh, he might have tried there.
There was the dead angle. Yeah, finally got it out. Stun edge YRC. My turn still.
Oh, my kids are swinging.
And
Oh,
the run up
exploded.
2H. Yeah, and that's going to close it. Kizzler looking a little bit dangerous in that round, but once he got the momentum, Raylight couldn't really stop him.
Yeah, I mean, Kizzler, you see how he plays. He just constantly is down to choose an option, right? Like,
He's
maybe not necessarily the greatest, like sometimes he's only getting single hits and stuff, but like,
he's always representing something, which is if you're not ready for him in neutral, like he just did run up 2S and Raylight was betting on the 6P and lost him the neutral. And guess what? If Kai gets a knockdown, that's momentum for him.
Uh-oh.
Watch your bloom.
All right, that was the test dust, so he knows he can do 5D
like, okay.
IK.
Yeah, there's an IK
5D
coming next
IK
round. If he
later.
wins this round, he's like, oh, you don't block 5D? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right, that's going to be a round there and a perfect, a quick
Brutal
one.
round for Kizzler. 100 meter, like I was saying, he could have done it there.
Yeah, he needs this right. He needs to be winning round in order to get that IK. Oh, round start, TK beat driver. Trying to call something out for Kizzler. Kizzler's not up backing at round start, so.
Oh my god. So much damage from Kai off these like simple combos.
I mean, yeah, when you're just not blocking, you're going to lose block. Ooh, goes for the 2D though.
Yeah.
Swings out, gets rewarded for it, but drops his combo.
It's the classic, you saw the tech jump S.
Yeah, Kai's tech jump S. I mean, it's fully involved once you tech. All right, here we
Good old
go.
classic danger time.
And the Great Sever.
Great
Yeah,
Sever
yeah, just
exploding.
100%. All right, can Raylight closes out because this danger time is going to add some extra damage to his combos.
Kizzler is definitely guessing.
He bursts, still in the danger time.
Oh.
Okay, so that
was
beats
cool.
that. Okay, I didn't know that. I learned something today.
Yeah, that was cool.
Oh, just RCs to safely eat and get some calories
slowest
back.
stun dipper I've ever seen.
Just blocking out. Ooh, gets caught by the low there.
Kizzler with the corner back dash.
All right, he blocks the Greet Sever. That was the IK setup, my friends. So Raylight keeps himself from getting IK'd here because it needs to get another 15 meter to get a chance. Jumps out of the throw.
Oh, he can kill it, right? No, maybe it's too low on food.
Oh, but
It's all good.
just goes for the safe Sin pressure. Finally gets around and keeps himself alive here.
I'm surprised he stayed alive. All right, Raylight. Can he take the game, though?
Backing off, just going for this L punts over and over. Problem is, every time you do that in neutral, you're giving up damage later because you don't have the calories to confirm your combos.
Right.
Because they're just keeping them zoned out here. Ooh, gets counter hit.
Swinging the neutral buttons. Oh my god, he's exploding.
Yeah.
I think he's dead.
He's just dead.
Yeah.
That's another perfect, real quick there before he got his burst back. And
I think the Kai combo looks cool when he sets up the thing. And
when he sets up the grinder and
with the
sends
super
out
one.
the super through it. Yeah. Kizzler definitely just dominating that match, I think. Just Raylight, I mean, got one of those rounds where like once he got started and like you saw like maybe just went to that level 1 Sin play with the special move cancels over and over. Kizzler wasn't ready for that. But I mean,
yeah, I mean that makes sense.
Looks like Armando's going up here, so Kizzler going to come in. So we're going to have some Ramothal up on stream. But a good showing both Kizzler and Raylight. Happy to see Raylight come out. I know he's been playing in our Novice Knockouts beginner series for Xrd, so happy to see him come out and get some offline experience. Welcome back, Kizzler. Congratulations.
That burst was recorded on national television, wasn't it?
Yes. Yes. That gold burst was an angry gold burst.
No, it was. I slapped like 8 buttons at once, and one of them happened to be dust. I tried to go for a sweep, and I was just like, I'm probably going to need this later. Sure enough, the next round, I'm like,
I wish I had my burst.
I kind of wish I had this right now. But we press on.
So we got Armando going up here.
One of the favorites to win the tournament. That's
yeah,
no surprise to
definitely.
anybody.
I was talking to him earlier. He's definitely like, I'm out of practice. And Ramothal, not a great character to be out of practice on, but it's still Armando. Like he's still.
It does not matter. He is one of the favorites to win this tournament. He is an absolute boon to the Chicago fighting game scene here, and he's just so good.
I mean, he won Blaze Blue earlier today.
Yeah.
He's one of the favorites to win Xrd. His Ramothal play, like, people consider, oh, Ramothal's a low-tier character, and you fight Armando. It's like, that's a goddamn lie.
Yep.
Because once Ramothal touches you, it's like you're guessing for game at that point, it feels like. Even though she's got to do 3 more combos, you're not going to block them.
No, you are absolutely not blocking them at all.
Looks like he's coming
especially if you haven't seen them before. So this is going to be...
I mean, he's going to be fighting against this Soul player here. I think I missed their name, but I know they were playing Plus R earlier. Ragnall, sorry, I'm terrible with names, but Ragnall, great Soul player. I mean, he did pretty well during Plus R earlier, but I think definitely, from last time I remember playing, he was one of the nuttier Soul players. So we're going to see if he adjusts to that and how Armando's going to control him, right? And there's an early VV into burst, so just immediately throwing out resources at this. And
there's a...
that's a whiff. Yeah, I like the Grand Viper. Good awareness, knowing that that gets under the sword, but Armando ready for it already. So Armando working on a perfect right now.
I was going to say, when's he going to get his swords back, but they have arrived onto the scene.
Yeah, in this game, Ramothal just teleports her swords to her, which I'm very happy she can't do that in Strive.
Oh, that did not combo.
That didn't combo, but that's a lot of chip damage. It takes away all of his meter.
Yeah, despite that not comboing, Arm is still in complete and total control.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of time.
Gets another burst in the same round. Bursted first thing in this round, gets a burst at the very end, but doesn't save him from the perfect.
That was a very long perfect. One of the big things about Ragnall is that you are at liberty to burst early and burst often because, one, she doesn't do that much damage comparatively speaking, and she has about 1 million hits in all of her combos, so you get burst back quickly.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, I mean, even this combo here, like, we're seeing like 14, 16, 17, 18, 21 hits before it gets knocked down. So that's a lot of burst meter you build back, but unfortunately not blocking Kizzler afterwards. There's another burst, and Armando ready for it this time.
Yeah, you have to choose very judiciously where you want to burst against Ragnall because either she's going to naturally bait it inside of her combos or she can just call it out.
Yeah, and I mean, if Ragnall is able to call out your burst, that's pretty much round because that's going to be punished into another Okizeme situation. And
yep.
So we saw Armando there just completely controlling Ragnall. Ragnall really not getting a chance to play. If the JH gets to start momentum, but just as I say that, he loses it, and Arm fights his way out. There's the VV knockdown. What do you do for Okizeme? Just kind of does a gunflame. Ragnall not a character with a really great like reversal options, so giving Ragnall the chance to jump out is really dangerous. Here's the Riot Stamp. It goes the wrong way with the combo. Now, really important to note, Ragnall should probably be using JP more to clear the swords because every time she sets a sword, you can hit the sword and she can't reuse the sword for like another second or so.
Yeah,
and Soul's JP is a really good button to clear the swords with.
That is a fantastic point. And honestly, it's a requirement in order to fight this character decently and neutral because the swords grant so much.
Yeah, I mean, you can see it's just a giant swing that covers up the entire screen. So
yeah, you get so much momentum on blocks done. And if they counter hit you, you actually lose. So
yeah, so like throwing out like those JPs or something just to clear the screen, just to stop the swords there. Really important. Blocks the right stamp, but that's safe. Doesn't get countered by the JD, so that's going to save him from death, but jumps his way out of the corner and sets the sword immediately as soon as he jumps out. Ooh, big counter hit there. Doesn't get it confirmed, but backdashes with standing dust.
Runs away from the other sword. Okay.
And you see Armando just kind of like jumping in the air and setting swords just to control the neutral space, because like if Ragnall, even though Ragnall has the life lead, if Ragnall gets hit by one of these swords or even blocks one of them, Arm gets to start his game plan, right?
Like this.
Exactly.
Dust.
That's going to get a combo. Going to combo into a knockdown here. Blocks the overheads. Oh,
doesn't block all of them.
Yeah, there's like 6 overheads there.
Yeah, it's
yeah, good burst though. Gets out, but not able to outrun the swords there. And gets caught in the corner. Good 6 feet to catch the tech buttons. That's going to cause the round, I think.
Yeah, that's it. And that's the ball game, just that quickly.
Yep. Armando, I mean, doing an amazing job of just controlling Ragnall. Not really just like
controlling and waiting for his time. He doesn't have to rush anything.
Right.
He's just waiting for his hit. Once you get the hit, then you can establish your offensive game plan. But sometimes just spending your time in neutral and trying not to die is even better than trying to establish your offense.
Neutral is kind of like the game state of neutral isn't so much hitting your opponent, it's not getting hit. Like that's kind of how you want to treat neutral in these games. So it's like that's kind of what Armando was doing. Is that I'm just going to super jump into the air, set my sword, and Ragnall wasn't jumping up to catch Armando in the air or moving to a spot to catch Armando when he lands.
Right.
So Armando just got to keep doing that until eventually a sword made contact, and that's all he needed, just one contact with the sword.
Right.
So.
I mean, because as long as you have a life bar, like you don't lose the round until you lose all your life. So if you can take all these little chip hits and then once he finally gets his hit, then he makes it count for a lot more.
It's not like meter where like when you don't have, if you have 1 HP, you still have all your options. When you have no meter, you have no options. Right. So that's why we always say meter is more important than your life bar in this game.
This is a game of meter management, absolutely.
So next up we got Gekko coming up. I'm not sure who he's fighting against, I can't see. Oh, Bozak, okay.
Yeah, it's about that time for...
So Mike, you're getting first place in Plus R, coming out here to win Xrd 2. I know he said he was a bit rusty at Xrd, but he was fired up to start playing it again, so...
I mean, it's Guilty Gear. He literally made Frosty Fausting, so of course he's excited to play Gear.
If Faust is in the game, he's going to be excited to play Faust.
Yeah. And this is another one of these matchups that we've seen quite a bit over the years, you know, at the Garage Gears and all the other various Chicago functions. You would think that Faust has a little bit of trouble navigating around Axel's suite of normals, but
I would
Elven makes it work.
I would also expect just the J2K to, all right, immediately calling out J2K as I say that, but just like a great option against like Axel like 2H and like 2P, kind of forcing Axel to go to like the 6K and the 5P. Good air throw into the
bombs.
Doesn't bait the burst, but you know what?
You don't need to at that point. That's like 2 victories in itself, so. 6H.
Yeah, gets caught in the air by the 6H RC.
The Bozak classic.
Yep. Yeah, whenever I fight Bozak, my goal is kind of just block 6H. That's all. I don't care about the rest of the game, just block the 6H.
Gekko making that damage count.
I mean, Axel could definitely be a high damage character in this game. All right, bomb on the field, so just going to give up that space. Oh, the air JS looks like, I think, didn't get the conversion, but really nice call out with the J6S, I think that button is.
What a trade. Uh-oh.
And another catch.
6K.
Yeah, Elven Shadow jumping a lot here. And jumping predictably against Axel, probably the quickest way to die against Axel.
For sure.
Get a knockdown
First,
here, though.
what do you do with it? Oh,
not that. Yeah. Unfortunate.
I understand the sentiment. I probably would have bursted too, but you can't do that against Faust 2K because it does exactly that.
Yeah, it's a safe first point. Just don't do it.
And now you have to go through this round with no resources.
Ooh, but the Rye just to catch the 2H.
Bomb trades with a
That was actually a really good trade for Axel because the bomb just didn't explode, it looked like, so Axel didn't get knocked down. Oh, gets over the callback on after the Renson. It's going to put Bozak in a great situation.
Unblockable?
Unblockable.
He tried for it.
And just jumping away, just trying to make some space here. Kind of weird because like Faust is definitely like a mid-zoning, like a mid-range character, but he's still like Bozak's going in, right? Like, oh, PRC's making that safe. Punishes the 5D.
Meteor's time. Welcome
and
to Chicago.
the DP, though, you're just
Oh,
dead
it doesn't
anyway,
even
yeah.
wait for it. Wait for it.
There it is.
There it is.
Yeah, baited the DP. I mean, fair play. The Gekko wanted the DP. It was danger time going on, but Bozak ready for it with the awareness, blocked it. And, I mean, easy punish. Gekko's getting a lot with these anti-air hits on Elven Shadow. Just like you saw, just couldn't convert there. Waited on the burst that time, though.
J2K.
So good. Biggie Faust out on the field. That Biggie Faust has no really extra properties other than he's huge. Just like the hitbox is bigger. That's all you got to know.
Sometimes you just have to throw a small child onto the battlefield.
That was a large child.
I said what I said. Oh, the command grab gets a big
Yeah, gonna have to jump over that explosion though. Gonna have to give him the spacing that he wants. Ooh, jumps out of the 6H though.
Catches Faust out of the teleport. Well done by Gekko. Oh,
Ooh,
big
catches
money.
The pogo. Bozak really betting it on that pogo. I mean, he had 100 meters, so I'm sure he was ready to RC it. Unfortunately, he just lost outright.
It's one of that was one of Axel's bigger counter hits that you rarely see, but when it hits, oh boy.
Yeah, I mean, that 6H is like, it's kind of a safe-ish overhead to throw out like that. But you can see, like, it just kind of resets him to neutral if you block it in that range. It's not at all a bad thing for Axel.
No, not at all. That's a win for Axel.
Another danger time. Going for the counter immediately afterwards. Yeah, both players are just, I think, happy just to play at this full-screen game. Danger time screwing up Sparrowhawk stance, though. Yeah, just
mortal counters.
Unfortunately, Gekko not ready for the mortal counter Sparrowhawk stance because it exits him from Sparrowhawk stance because it's a Roman cancel. Oh, doesn't block the 6H. He gets Elven Shadow back in this game. Here comes the black hole. How good is your close range game, Axel? Not that good. Rye gets him out, but has to burst. Yeah, went for the 2K anti-air, but Elven Shadow stayed in the air.
At this point, every trade that happens is definitely still in Gekko's favor. That's another Meteors.
Oh, good throw on the land. And takes the game from Elven Shadow.
Gekko tying it up. Gekko was able to stay much farther away from Elven this time and didn't have to deal with the offense.
I think he got the life lead and just ran it with the life lead because he basically, once he had the life lead, it's like, okay, I don't have to go in against Faust anymore. I can just play this long range game.
Right.
Uses Renson to kill the little Faust there. That's really good. And we're seeing more Sparrowhawk stance too.
Like you were saying, Faust is this big, giant, normal mid-range character, but you can make the argument Axel does it better. And you're seeing bits and pieces of that right now.
It's really expensive, though, RC, to make that mistake. Faust didn't get the item out, so no items coming down here. So
yeah, this is a dangerous spacing.
Ooh, what a good punish on the Sparrowhawk stance, though, because the black hole was able to punish the 2H.
Oh, gets poisoned. That's okay. Gets out of it.
Yeah. As soon as you get hit, you lose that poison status, which is good because that's just damage over time, unscaled. And Gekko using a lot more Renson Gekko here, too, I think. Just catching Elven Shadow out from trying to summon an item. Oh, but the trade on the 6P, going to get the air attack.
Almost got another big conversion on that trade. RC on the teleport up door.
Yeah, going to be in a good situation here. That's a good punish on the pogo stance. Oh, doesn't punish that one. Yeah, burst, but not a good burst. That is so hard to burst after that follow-up. Because if you burst immediately, that fails. And if you wait a little bit, you see that fails too because of the 5K. It's incredibly hard to burst that follow-up. Mini Faust coming onto the field.
Yeah, Gekko being cornered is not good for business here.
Yeah, that Mini Faust actually made that combo work after the bomb bag there. Good pickup from Elven Shadow. Gets the throw. Oh, just Rye is out. Yeah, that's one way to answer that. Eat that donut, get some HP back. Desperately need it. Doesn't block the overhead. Not much damage there.
But this is no!
The extended hurt box into the hammer.
Yeah, but this is basically the range that near full screen is basically the range that
Gekko but meteors are coming down, so he's gonna have to deal with the meteors. Good blocking.
And Elven is in.
But Elven has the corner zone now.
Oh,
catches that. That's probably that's gonna be it. 100%. That was a huge call out from Elven Shadow and amazingly done. Just reading the range that, you're going to Rye me and just here have my giant counter hit. Let's watch that again. I mean, the hammer gave him the knockdown, but just like backing off here and just like, amazing call
because
out.
It worked the other, 2 times he did it?
but he just backed up a little bit more that time just to make sure that Rai wouldn't cross up.
Right.
And I mean, like, the other option Axel has at that range is to, like, wake up. If he wakes up and blocks, he's going to block the J2K, and J2K is going to be safe at that range. Or he can cancel it going my way. So basically, Axel at that range would have to DP, which if Faust does nothing at that range, you just whiffed DP.
Yeah, he gets cooked.
So I think we're going to go to some advertisements here before we get into the next game.
Because
We got Blazing Strike 3, an amazing looking 2D fighter.
Oh,
Going to have rollback net play here on the PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Nintendo Switch, and Steam coming out next year.
From Access Games, thanks to Access Games for being a part of Roundhouse.
Yeah, I mean, the game looks amazing. All the characters look really cool. Got some cool parry mechanics, which, I mean, it's just that as soon as the game has parry mechanics, we're looking at some old man ass fighters, right? So next up, we got Hitbox, sponsored Roundhouse. Thanks, Hitbox. I love you. Big fan of your work.
New school, minimal precision, and old school, improved functionality. The Hitbox and Cross-Up are innovative controllers designed for competitive play. Take control with Hitbox Arcade at hitboxarcade.com.
Yeah, I highly recommend a Hitbox. Great digital, precise input. And speaking of Hitbox, they've been partnered with Roundhouse. We got Roundhouse logoed Cross-Up and a Roundhouse logoed Hitbox.
We are raffling off a custom Hitbox and a custom Cross-Up controller. On-site competitors, that's us, are automatically entered. Any stream viewer that contributes $5 or on any individual game match arena will be automatically entered into a drawing to win the other controller. Must be an individual contribution of $5 to one or more match arena pages, not added up cumulatively or in multiple match arena pages to equal over $5.
So go donate to those matcharinos. We got, even if you haven't donated yet for the matches today, we still got Melty, we got Strive tomorrow. Go donate to those matcharinos. Enter that raffle and get yourself a Hitbox. They're great controller schemes. I guarantee it. You'll love it.
And, of course, the premier anime fighting game community annual event proudly returns to offline competition in January of 2022. We have 25 main game tournaments, 3 generations of Guilty Gear, 250 plus provided console setups, a new 45,000 square foot venue, 7 lit stages in every sense of the word, and 8 official streams, a strict COVID policy, and 3K attendee cap. 3 times bigger 24-hour varsity game center, and 3 times more Japanese arcade cabinets. This is on January 20th and 29th, 2022 at the Westin in Lombard, Illinois. Register now at smash.gg/FFXIV. Price goes up November 1st.
Yeah, make sure you go get in there, register. I know a lot of games have hit cap already, but if you're interested in any of those games on the screen there, go register because that price is going to go up. I am so happy Frosty's coming back because I've missed any offline events here. Like, we've got the locals, but the major is a whole different ball game, right?
But I'm having a ton of fun here, I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah, I mean, we got Turleth versus Sweet Jam. Now, Turleth is up, like, we got Sweet Jam. I mean, he's been Chicago local jam for a really powerful jam. Turleth's been an up-and-coming, and I'm going to say he's a strong Viking now.
I agree.
He is absolutely, he's been putting in the work. I mean, he's got a chip sub, but his Viking is absolutely on point. So this is going to be a good match between these two players. And, I mean, I'm really happy to see Turleth because, like, he entered NKO way back when we started and has been putting in the grind and gotten to be, honestly, a killer here at locals.
I'm very excited to see his progress against one of our best. Sweet X Jam. You can't put Jam in the name without being somewhat good at the character.
Well, unless you play ABBA.
Okay, yes. Sweet X ABBA, local second place player at today.
At today's Roundhouse Accent Core Plus R.
Yeah.
Now this matchup is notably not fun for Viking. Jam's 2D is really good at catching Viking out in the neutral. And on top of that, Viking going for a zombie against Jam's really fast Gatling combinations is really risky for her. So we're going to see how this works. Now, I will say, generally the way this matchup is going to have to work is Jam has to not overcommit on trying to get in because, like, that's where Viking kind of identifies. Now, Viking can't really aggress, though, so if Jam just kind of stays back and charges cards like this, it's very hard for Viking to do anything. Turtle's doing great on this round start, though. Got a great start with the life lead.
Yeah, just hanging out.
Yeah, just kind of backing off here. Using, throwing the Tatami's trying to zone here, and not really letting Sweet Jam get like a good hit started, but that's going to be it. It's a knockdown. Gets away from him. Into the max kick.
Spin a card.
And that max kick is really important because that opens up Jam's longer combos. Oh no, the Azami didn't hold it long enough. Ooh, the air throw. That might be it. He should be able to kill there. Yeah.
Charles was looking to challenge, but Sweet Jam stopped just slightly short and throw Turtle's trajectory.
Yeah, Sweet Jam's movement looking really good here for just dealing with Turlet here. Gets the knockdown, good to go for the
Cross
ID
up.
card.
Yep.
Oh, but Azami's, yeah, doesn't care about the cross-ups there. Turlet really good at dealing with that ID DP, I will say. Oh, but max charge is in the face. Now, you can max charge after a knockdown is jam like that, but it's greedy. Your opponent can absolutely wake up and press buttons against you for it. Oh, doesn't bait the burst. Oh, but Azami's that.
That's going to be big damage.
Yeah, that's huge too, because like anytime you deny jam getting to use one of these cards, it's huge because that's so much she's giving up here. Good challenge there after the 2H. Good defense, blocks the cross up, blocks the kicker. Yeah,
yes.
that was important. Even if you don't win much off of it, you made her use the resource, right?
Yeah, the
and
next card is gone now.
And now like basically Turleth went from being one combo to die to now he can actually take a hit.
And he took the round off of it as well.
Yeah, so looking really strong here. Turleth looking great.
Staying solid and just not being too antsy and flappable on defense.
Yeah, I mean, getting knocked down here. Again, though, letting Sweet Jam get that max card there and just, like, backing off because he's too afraid to, like, really wake up and press a button. Ooh, the cross throw into the throw. Really good against Biken because Biken's looking to, like, a chance to, like, try to, like, block her way out, right? She's not necessarily looking for a throw. Sweet Jam getting a lot of those max charge Gekko though. I want to see Turtle start waking up and pressing buttons. Oh, good burst. Really good burst. Because that Charge Bliss was going to end that round because that Charge Bliss takes away burst meter.
Just enough to be able to finish the round.
Yeah, so it was a really good burst to burst at that specific time, did not get rejected by bursting, but also...
Still got a long way to go and very little
you can
resources.
see Sweet Jam just is not committing. He's just running away right now. Like, he's just running away, and it's like, I just have to touch you once, but...
That's a good start.
Yeah, gonna get a knockdown from this?
No, not quite.
But not quite. Drops
Doesn't matter. Half-life. That is a big start. Half-life at 50 meters.
Still has the life lead. Yeah, just gonna cannonball in with a Ryujin YRC, and that's all he needed.
Yeet.
Just yeet himself in. Why not? Looking good from Sweet Jam there. Turleth gonna take a break here and think for a bit before he gets back into it. I mean, Sweet Jam definitely played that right, or once he got the life lead, he was just like, okay, Biken is a character great defensively, questionable neutral offense. She definitely has to sit there and really, like we saw there, he had to call Sweet Jam out with like the anti-air Kabari.
Yeah.
In order to get anything started. So.
Turleth was looking for... Turleth spent a lot of that time looking for Arizami and didn't find any success and finally went for Air Kabari and got
it. You saw that. Half of the life bar was gone because of that.
Oh, no.
Sweet Jam shaking his head like, why did I just burst like that? That's one of those bursts where like you burst and you immediately realize you fucked up. Good parry there.
Looks like we're still okay. Sweet Jam has regained control.
Yeah, he still has that max
about
guard.
even.
Good air throw there from that max range. He still has that max Gekko in there. Yeah, just run up and throw him out of the Azami. Gonna use the Gekko, yep, get the knockdown. Gonna recharge off of this. Can't really do much to stop her from getting another one. YRC's to make himself safe, solid the approach.
Doesn't quite get the air throw off of the JH attempt from Turles.
Now Turles is doing really good at blocking these Kara Gekkirines, which Sweet Jam I think is starting to notice, and he's just holding onto them for combos. So he's just confirming off of them off the combo, and using the threat of it to throw Turleth more. Because you see,
good
like,
block.
Yeah, Turleth is just fuzzy jumping his way out of all of these.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, but the 2D gets under the Kabari.
Excellent back dash.
This
is going to hurt.
Yeah,
a lot.
This might not kill with the gut scaling. Oh, drops the combo. Unfortunate. Oh, goes for the parry too early. Yeah. Gets the plus frames. Oh, good burst. I'd say still has a chance to win this round. Both characters have meter.
Jumps out of the cannonball this time.
Okay, yeah.
I like that adjustment.
All right, so both players just playing with the 25 meter.
And there's the big
air
throw.
Sweet Jam nodding his head. Great air throw from Turle. Just got to the ground with the YRC to control the space. Run start, far slash, catches him in the air. You tagged but didn't have the meter. That's free damage.
Sweet Jam's worked himself into the corner here.
Oh, but tried to fuzzy jump, and Sweet Jam punished him for it. That was actually even uncarded. Oh, but the good Azami there to catch the H puffball. Turles just going back up. Now again, Sweet Jam has the life lead, and he has the Ryujin card here, so he has a gun loaded, ready to go to get out of any pressure. So like, Turles really has to try to like get in here without like letting Sweet Jam start this throw game.
Turles really might
might
just save the burst here and then.
Yeah, he's around up. Why burst?
Yeah.
Oh, good dead angle. Uses all of his meter for the dead angle and just runs up. Baiting burst with that string, but I mean, Turles not going to burst.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Big money.
And now
Turtle tried
Turtle is
to build-
baiting their Sweet Jam's burst, which I mean,
Yeah.
fair point, because like if Sweet Jam like loses this round, he loses all overall.
Yeah.
Oh, but the
The
2S, such a good
The
counter.
thing about it is, Sweet Jam is up the whole game, and the amount of damage you lose from baiting a burst,
Especially like he wasn't in the corner. He was close
Right.
to the corner. He was in the corner.
the amount of damage you lose is just sometimes it's just not worth it. You just take the burst in and deal with it.
Good throw
Because
there.
Even if they do burst and you lose the round, you come into the third round, you have a burst and they don't. But now you're on an even playing field.
Oh, really very burst some Turtle there. That I was honestly expecting that to get baited, but both players with about even life and resources here. Just looking for it. Sweet Jam backs off and charges a card. I really like that because against Biken, you can get away with that. And that's going to open up so much damage here now. You have a card, so it doesn't have to RC this. Gets a knockdown from it. Into super. Bow. Don't. Darn it. Misses the clean hit, but that's
close
good enough. Yeah. Look at all that damage because he got that card.
That's the
Because he
ballgame.
ran away, he got that card. He was able to make that big conversion and got hit by the mix-up.
Yeah. Damage.
I mean, it's so important. If you can steal a card in neutral, that means you don't have to earn a knockdown, and that's
Right.
so huge. I mean, you can see here, because he had that card, normally after that 4-6 PK, you have to RC to continue that combo, but you already had the card, so just save the meter for the super instead.
And the knockdown. Look at all that bleeding.
Yeah, and just does the round start 5H, and oh, you jumped out of the corner. Went for the air throw to try to confirm, but I mean, JH is as good as anything, and
And on counter hit, you get the world.
yeah, I mean, you get the confirm, and that was it. So, really good showing from Sweet Jam. Great showing from Turtle too. I mean, that was not free by any imagination.
No,
So,
And Charles gets another chance on the bottom side of the bracket. So I expect him to do a lot of damage down there as well.
so next up we got Armando coming up.
This is going to be Arm and Trap Lord, I believe. Yep.
Okay, so we're gonna have some sisterly fights between Ragnall and Elfel. Now, Trap Lord, a pretty strong Elfel player, I'll say too.
Yes, Young Trap Lord, we were saying earlier that he is very experienced in a lot of fighting games, and he does know a lot of the cheapness with Elfel.
Yeah, I mean, Elfel definitely a really strong character. I mean, we saw Armando earlier just with the ultimate control
Yeah,
over.
the one problem is that if there's anybody that has a wealth of Elfeld experience, it's On.
Yeah,
Because before he was here, he lived in South Florida. And
You
you
got-
know who lives in South Florida?
Hotashi. So,
Yep.
yeah.
So this is going to be an interesting. It's going to be interesting how this plays out over the next 2 or 3 games.
I mean, neither of these characters have meterless reversals, and both have some just overwhelming offense, especially once they get in the corner. So, I mean, it's just going to be a huge, like, just momentum swingy game. Now, I think Elfel, obviously, kind of a stronger character, going to have more advantage in the neutral overall. But, I mean, Ragnall just needs that one hit, right?
Yep.
And you see just immediately backing off, setting swords, and just trying to control that space with the swords. Young Trap Lord gets hit, but there hasn't been a knockdown yet, but Young Trap Lord still missing half of his life bar. Blocks the overhead, 2S to take the momentum back. I like this Young Trap Lord doing a really good job, too, of just, like, going to sniper whenever Arm backs off, just to keep Arm honest with the snipers. And using the grenade just to clear the screen of the swords, too.
Grenaded in 6H. Oh, that's a close slash, big hit.
Yeah, that's a big counter because that's a knockdown from it. Lets Armando get away. He has to toss the grenade before it blows up on him. Armando
can't do
baits
that.
the burst.
You against Ram, and especially against the Arm, if he has 50 meter, he can and will react to your burst with RC and make you pay for it.
Yeah, and I mean, getting your burst baited outright like that means your entire burst gauge goes away. Normally, if you hit with your burst, you get some of it back, but if he gets baited outright like that, you lose all of it. So that's another third of your burst bar. You have to build back over time.
Yeah, but if you look at it, Ram does so many hits that Trap Lord has 40% of his burst back already, even despite getting it baited.
Yeah, he got it baited and then lost the round, and he got half of his burst back for it. So, yeah, Arm just jumping out here, and Young Trap Lord just trying to catch him, keep him locked down. Doesn't have to eat in the air, so that's going to be a confirm there.
Shoutouts to unblocks.
Oh, gets hit by the grenade,
Or,
yeah.
excuse me, air unblockables.
Gets hit by the
16.
overhead
Yep.
into the super. That's going to be around. Armando gets his burst back at the end of that round, but doesn't even have the
He
chance
wasn't-
to. And I mean,
he wasn't gonna
why
spend it
even do it?
anyway.
Yeah.
Once again, if you're up around and you're down 90% life,
Don't be a hero.
Don't.
Armando trying to run up throw there. I think it got sword set instead, unfortunately. Traveler doing a lot of just going to sniper stance and then changing real quick just to try to control the neutral. It doesn't work out for him there. A little bit too late on the swap, and Armando makes him pay for it.
Overhead, reset.
Reset, but he gets his burst back here. Is Armando going to be? Yeah, yep. Now, I mean, that is 50 meter that Armando can't do a super with, but I don't think that's going to matter in this situation because I think
Not
this
at
is
all.
death.
Yeah.
But I mean, that super is a huge guts crush. So, absolutely, like if you could get her to burn meter on that instead of burning meter on the guts crush, might be worth it in the end. But Arm there with just some amazing optimization to make it count.
Early far slash throw. Counter hit.
Yeah, had to burst. Unfortunately, well, I saw Traveler there go for the 6P, but Elfelt not a character with an anti-air 6P. Air 6P has the upper body invul, but it's very slow because it's an overhead. So, got the reset. Armando working on a perfect right now.
Spend it, yep.
Yeah, just going to go right into this and can't burst that.
And sometimes Ram just does that to you, and
Yeah, I mean,
you just have to shake it off and go on. It's going to happen to you whether you like it or not.
You got reset in a block string, like you're just going to die. And that JP is, I'm sorry, excuse me?
It's very good.
It's a really good JP. Oh, good snipers though, just trying to control here. But unfortunately didn't have the aim to just hit Arm in the air. And unfortunately the sword hit him before he could hit land on Arm. Good air throw reset.
There's the air throw reset.
Yeah, gets the knockdown.
What's good for one system is good for the other.
And the blitz, and the immediate desperation burst, not going to pay off. Armando didn't have to burn meter on that. This might be enough to kill with the trance super. This is a ton of damage. Oh, blocks the overhead. Oh, it blocks the overhead. Ah, blocks everything. Not the command throw, though. That's going to be it.
Well.
Oh, your defense is good enough. I have command throw, by the way.
Indeed. Uh-oh, showtime. I am going to go to sleep on stream. I apologize in advance.
So we got Kizzler Crate going up here on stream. Congratulations to Armando hopping back on now here.
Oh, what's up, stream? What's up, Alma?
What's up? So looking fresh, looking like you got all of your Ramathal back in play.
Yep, definitely have most of the abilities unlocked. It's kind of funny playing offline because like distinctly get the power to listen to people's buttons.
So you just hear the slam and it's like,
yeah,
RC.
no, he was like mashing it like bam, 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 and I'm like, oh, I mean, all right.
All right, you got a burst,
I'll
cool.
see.
I'm about 50 meter, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have been known where it's like fighting people where like they know that you know that you're listening to their buttons.
Yeah,
so
they
just
do the
like
fake
hit the
button.
detonate button.
I mean,
and it's
honestly,
like,
because there's some people who like really loudly have loud buttons, and so like if the only thing you press during the combo is one slap or like a double slap, or
it's
like
like
pop, I'm all right. Well, obviously I know what they did.
that's why I play hitbox, so I can just mash like my direction buttons. You don't know.
So sometimes like if people are like really getting their burst bait, I'm like sometimes just like hit some buttons, bro. Like hit some fake buttons.
Just like you roll your fingers like you're teching anyway. It's fine.
Yeah.
All right, so we got Kizzler Crate versus Drifter Dane. So Dane came all the way up from Ohio, so we're gonna have some Kai versus Bedman action.
Right.
And I think Dane's really been on a hot streak the past couple of days too. Like, I know he's been kind of in like a funk with Bedman lately, but he learned Dizzy for a bit, and he's like, you know what, Bedman's fun actually. So he's back to Bedman.
All right. Well, let's see if he can hold off Kizzler. Kizzler kind of just the unrelenting tide of Exerd, where he attacks you and attacks you and attacks you.
Kizzler is like definitely that Kai player with the steel chair, where it's just like you got to be ready for him, and if you're not ready for what he can throw at you, you're just gonna get run over. But Dane, I'd say, a very good player at playing defensively, I'll say. And like
plays like keep away, and like he tries to pick his spots. I mean, it's Bedman, so he kind of can just like a jump P around, like so he that's kind of how he moves and stuff. But like
and I mean, this matchup is like both these characters can control that space at full screen really, really well. With the stun edge and like the task A, but Kizzler immediately running in under the TK. Yeah, that's huge because that gives him immediate screen positioning and the knockdown. So Dane already fighting off the back foot here, and I mean, you'd already see that Kizzler relentless pressure here.
Tries to bait it. A little bit off space there, but still has his turn. And this is
doesn't
just
FD in the
all
air.
Kizzler.
Yeah, Kizzler looking really strong right now. Ooh,
Jumps
catches
him
the
out of
jump
the
out
air,
with the
like-
JK. And
It's one of those things where he's just guessing correctly, right? Like he's not even doing like option containing things. He's just doing the hard reads.
yeah, but unfortunately, Dane gets the momentum here. Is Kizzler going to be able to handle Dane's pressure here? Fights his way out, can destroy the seal, and get his own game started. Now Dane has no meter here, which is really important to know, but
That's a punish.
yeah, gonna get a punish, gonna get a knockdown from him, gonna be able to set up seal Oki. And
Uh-oh.
that's safe, yeah, he
Did
can't.
he just die? I don't think he's dead yet.
No, he's not quite dead yet, but he's gonna have to deal with all this. Oh, doesn't block the burst, but important that Kizzler had to use the burst there. Teleports through the stun edge, puts himself right in Kizzler's range, but Kizzler ready for it, JP. And the
Oh,
far
one last
slash, yeah, just tagged him there. But you know, that was really important because Dane didn't burst that round.
Yeah, I mean, Kizzler gets these big hits. You probably do want to save your burst for those.
Oh, JK air to air.
Stuff like that is not a big deal, but he will land a hit or two. That is like,
Yeah, if you get countered by 5H, like you just gotta burst that. Like, gonna use this task speed deja vu just to get some chip damage, just to do some pressure here.
yeah, a
Get
little
another
bit extra
knockdown.
damage because of the risk. Still not a lot though. Bedman damage pretty low.
I mean, there's really not much you can do about this other than just try to block it out.
You
Tried to
can
do
get
something,
blitz.
got caught by the task B, the raw task B there. Kizzler tried to DP out again there. Kizzler finally got his burst back.
Kizzler looking clueless on defense right now.
Yeah, just caught in the corner, and just every time like he tried to do an option, just got caught by another task B and let Bedman restart the vortex. Good trade for Kizzler there. Gets knocked out, but Bedman's low wake up timing.
Yeah. These stun edges are kind of getting Kizzler killed.
Yeah, I mean, when you stun edge like that high in the air, you lose all your air options, so you have to land unless you YRC afterwards. So
Yeah.
Dane taking advantage of it and punishing him for it. Oh,
Too
love
far.
on the charge stun edge. I think he wanted to dash through it. Good defense, blocking there. Stun edge YRC to try to take his turn. Dane just stalling in the air with the
Dane-
deja vu, yeah.
Yeah, but that move has mad recovery when he messes it up like that, so you had to burn the PRC.
Well, yeah, he's just trying to stall in the air with it, but like, yeah, your response to that, you've got to jump up in the air to meet him air to air there. But I mean, it is counter hit state too, so
Kizzler's in trouble.
Yeah.
He's in big trouble.
this is going to be a knockdown. Kizzler's got 50 meter. What's he going to do with it? Wake up RTL. There it is.
Gonna work for sure.
Beats the JD, but
Another chuck.
meaty throw. All right, what's it going to be here? We're going to see. No, we're going to see a burst. There's Dane's burst finally coming into play. Dane has the 25 meter here, though.
You see Kizzler going up for the jump K checks like crazy.
Tried to
huge
bait out the
one.
right. Tried to bait out the vapor thrust, but a little bit too late on that.
Oh, Kizzler messed up, but
YRC.
he might win here. He's so
Get it blocked.
close.
Oh, doesn't
Dane
punish
guessing.
the. Yeah, has to jump
Oh
over.
my God, he
and the
bursts?
JP.
No, he can't burst.
Yeah, that was safe. Yeah, I mean, even if Kizzler had bursted, Bedman would have just landed and blocked in time. So
Yeah.
that was checkmate there. Bedman roasting Kai for his anime, my friends give me power bullshit. Bedman not at all about that. Welcome to the real world, kid.
You know, put him down. So let's see what Kizzler adjusts. Is he going to come out harder, or is he going to play a more reserved game?
Yeah, I feel like the key to beating Bedman is really just being willing to call out the air options, just like that, where it's like you have to go up to the air and beat him.
I think there's a couple things. I think you have to look for rewards because his reward is low. So if you can either like look to just bully him in neutral, or you can look to just like destroy him in reward, right? Like
yeah, like a character like Jam just does so much more damage than Bedman does that you can just like maneuver around him in neutral, and then anytime you hit him, if you can knock him down, that's a huge reward. Now, Kizzler just backing off right now, but I think he's throwing out the JK a lot more. Oh,
we can't. Yeah, that's
I think that burst was a mistake, but good awareness to be ready to throw as soon as he landed from the burst.
takes turn back.
Take throw.
Throw. These kick throws have been working for Kizzler, but
There's the mash though.
yeah, right as I say that, he probably went for another one and got mashed.
Yeah, Dane learning the power of pressing 2P. Runs into the 3H, but not a counter hit, so no reward off of it. In fact, that stun edge pays off for Kizzler, that full screen stun edge.
Pressure.
Yeah, gets in the air. Dane doesn't get the anti-air. Bedman not a character with great anti-air, so 60 is middling at best, I'll say.
Yeah, it's kind of whatever. Dane's in trouble here, honestly.
Oh, because they're spending the 50 meter just like, no, you're not getting out of the corner. You're in the
drops
corner.
it. Oh my god, you been killed so many times.
And
oh,
baits
nice
the
bait.
dead angle. Really smart from Kizzler, just letting the stun edge do the work for him, yeah. Kizzler with his burst going into this round. Ooh,
Oh, wow.
immediate burst. I mean, he has his burst, so he's a round up. If you're going to burst in this round, bursting immediate like that is really important because he's probably going to get his burst back before the round 3 if he loses this round.
Probably. Unless he gets washed from here. Well, Bedman does so many hits that it's pretty safe bet, yeah.
Yeah. Going to the air, blocking that Tassie high in the air.
Oh, a nice move.
Yeah, good movement there. Just DPs out of the Tassie, doesn't want to deal with it. Bedman with the slow wake-up timing makes the Okizeme real. Good mash, though. Good defense.
Oh, my God. Kizzler can't keep it going. He's getting mashed now.
Yeah, and I mean, he's burned all of his meter on YRCs here, too, so he's in a huge meter deficit against Bedman. Good IB into throw. Yeah, that's a punish on that JH. Oh, but drops his combo, but ready for another RCs to make it
Dane
safe.
messed up.
Combo. No, just goes to the safe Oki with Tassie. And
Kizzler getting a little restless.
I mean, Kizzler, both players playing with their burst because he's going to have to take probably at least one hit before it gets it back, but both players just kind of backing off here. Stun Edge gets tagged by the Tasque on the return. There's a boomerang there. Yeah, you can't throw a Tasque. Stun Edge is like that with Tasque on the screen.
I feel like Kizzler, the way he plays, he doesn't like this matchup. I wonder if that's true. Got a big hit though.
Yeah, with that mortal
juicy.
counter. Oh, but that's huge. That's a huge confirm there, but drops the combo, maybe respecting the burst a little bit too much. That's also a huge confirm. And RC,
oh my
good
God.
RC. Really good. That's really hard to RC that burst because if you burst RC after the burst, you can't anymore because it's a DP. So it's really good of Kizzler just to be mashing RC during that, knowing the burst might come. That might be what Kizzler needs to take the round. Oh, you don't go for an IK here. Come on.
Yeah, let him do it, man. This is part of the pressure.
So that DP RC there was key in Kizzler winning that round because
if you burst that combo and he doesn't have RC, you can actually just punish it.
Yeah, he's just dead. So Dane gonna take some time to calm down here. I don't know what adjustment you make as Dane here because it's like that really came down to frames. Because like what the adjustment there was like don't burst the DP or burst a little bit later. It would have been such a weird thing to change.
I mean, he can definitely slow the match down. That's something he can definitely do. There's definitely adjustments he can make. Just depends on how he wants to play it.
Well, let's see what changes he can make. I mean, Bedman not a common at all character either, so it's really exciting to always see one come out here. Let's see what the round start is now. It's round 3, so Kizzler might do the round 3. You know what? Nope. Throwing out some respect here, just holding back. But again, just getting caught by those task A's, and I mean, it doesn't really give Drifter Dane much, but it gives him positioning. Already losing half his life bar here just to those task A's buttons. And again, it's like you can't do that. You just get hit by the task A on the landing.
He burst the 2P combo. Kizzler getting harassed right now.
I mean, yeah, Kizzler playing with a huge reward from that 2H. Going to get him the knockdown. Going to get him the screen positioning. Burns all of his meter.
Jump P covering.
Yeah.
That's a big, he tried to game time combo him.
Yeah, but I think Bedman's got this pretty strange hitbox for a heavyweight, so it just didn't work. Doesn't block the JD over. It's still overhead. That's going to be round.
Dead. OTG, yeah.
So Drifter Dane in a great position right now. He's got his burst going into this last round here.
Yeah, I mean, Kizzler looks like he's just kind of
just a little bit lost in this matchup. Like we're seeing him like pretty consistently like throw it like okay there doesn't go for the TK stun edge. Actually gets a grinder set up on field instead. They're just not really sure how to approach it. Looks like it's Bedman's kind of floaty type.
Yeah.
And I mean, you can see Drifter here just like willing and able just to keep running away and not try to like throw himself onto Kai's buttons.
I mean, you see that Kizzler's strategy is definitely to throw himself at him and jump K, right?
Right.
But it's just not really working that well. He's getting like little tiny hits too at best.
Yeah, and I mean, Dane's perfectly happy because like I'll get hit by a random JK in the air. Now I just get to tech and hover in the air.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's not like Kai gets reward off of that. Oh, a little bit late on the 2D there. Kizzler gets rewarded for it. A little bit of hesitation. Stun Dipper RC to keep his momentum. But Bedman's too late.
Trade
far
on
away.
the 6P and good for Dane.
Yeah,
Kizzler might just lose here.
He's got a burst ready, but how is he going to use it? Blocks this pressure. This is just doing chip damage. Yeah, has to burst. I mean, just controlling space here, but has to respect the task A, and
Oh
the
my
3H
God, he didn't
catches
know.
the jump.
Yeah.
Really strong from Dane there, just catching Kizzler out, controlling him at that full screen, and not letting Kizzler, I mean, Kizzler really throwing out buttons, I think, to try to get Dane to run into him. Dane just like, I'm just going to run away now, actually.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you see here, he throws out that charge thunder just to stop Dane from going in. Dane just throws out the task
Yeah,
A.
and he was
locks him
respecting
down.
that. He was respecting the fireball, but then he forgot about the 3H.
Yeah,
the
I mean,
1H or whatever. it
tried
is.
to jump out, and the 3H caught the jump start up, and it's like, it's what happens when you try to move right before it's your turn. So I'm going to go off to play Kizzler in losers bracket. So I'll see you all later.
All right. No. Yeah, sure. All right, guys, we got Blazing Strike, retro pixel art style 2D fighting game with mechanics. They're both modern and reminiscent of 90s fighting games. It's got that rollback, PS4, Switch, Steam. Right. It's on the wrong one. All right. Guys, we see plenty of these hitboxes out here. Got the special Roundhouse hitbox too on here too. Haven't seen one of those. That's pretty sick. But yeah, you always know. Yeah, and yeah, get your contribution in there for the match Renos, and you can you know, get your $5 in there. We really appreciate that. Oh, I didn't know that. Everyone here is already automatically entered. Oh, that's cool. Nice. And then, if you don't know about Frosties, you gotta know about Frosties. Frosties is one of the go-to tournaments in Chicago, run by Elven Shadow himself. It's just so many tournaments. If you can't find a tournament to play a game here at Frosties, like, bro, we run so much. Get your reg in. And come through and play some games, man. I love Frosty. He's been there every time. All right. It's upstream. Getting ready to play some more Guilty Gear out here at Roundhouse. Been pretty good tournament so far. I don't know who we got next. I think Sweet Jam is up to bat, so. Huh? Oh, and Elven, word. Nice. So they're just, so Kizzler and, yeah, Kizzler and Amadeus playing for the last slot. Elven, Sweet Jam, me and Dane, Turlith and Gekko, and then Trap Lord, and then the winner of Ama and Kizzler. Cool. Yeah, Turlith playing pretty well. I remember when he first started coming out. He learned it pretty late into Xrd, so it's cool to see him sticking with it. The rest of the names up there, pretty much the classics, except for Drifter Dane, who we know is visiting. You know, he's showing up. So let's see if Sweet Jam can stop Elven. Elven, notoriously one of the strongest players here, but Sweet Jam has taken him down on a number of occasions. It's not entirely unusual. It's definitely happened, so it would not surprise me in the least. These two are two of the ones who go back and forth pretty decently. Elvin doing his TO duties right now, running around. Yeah, it's all good.
Here, I'm going to put myself on stream. We're going to wait a little bit to play the Sweet Jam Elven set, because they want to wait for either Amadeus or Kizzler to lose so they can hop on commentary with you. So I can just put like a...
I see.
I'll just do like a be right back screen. All right, so... Oh, wait.
No, just let him play, bro. Like, they want to play, let them play.
Yeah, no problem.
Who dares to enter the main? Jam without the bill.
Hi.
Welcome back, stream. And we're about back at it with some exert action. So back at it, Kizzler. I heard you lost.
I got tripped out. Yeah. It did more damage than I thought, and Jam got me. Amadeus played really, really well.
Nice.
It was this winner side top 8, I'm assuming.
Yep.
Okay.
The other
cool.
side of the bracket for me. It's
Yep.
me
Sweet Jam and Elven Shadow. Seen this 1,000 times.
Yeah, I was saying it's Sweet Jam is one of the people who has like the better track records.
Yeah, against Elven.
As far as people in Chicago, because most people it's just like wash.
Right.
So if you have wins on the board, you have one of the better track records, to be honest. So it comes out the gate pretty strong. Playing some neutral. Navigating around the projectiles really well. Big counter hit trade, yeah, instant burst. This is a projectile. It's kind of hard to navigate around, though. Okay, well, throw some out of the meteors. Never mind. Drill. Oh, big 6H. Yeah.
Oh, this is. Oh my God.
Yeah, it's huge damage. And he's got the card. Oh,
Gets
messes
thrown.
up the safe jump. Oh, they're both mashing.
Welcome to Chicago.
Yeah.
Donut no good.
That
Nobody can pick it up,
Yeah,
though.
nobody. Out of play, Donut. Oh my God, Hammer in trouble. Oh, Sweet Jam's throwing mad life away. He has such a humongous lead. And whoa, close slash! Sweet Jam trying to finish. Oh my God, her fire slash is privileged. Wow. Sweet Jam tapped him like 20 times, but he was right on a lot of them. So
that it wins the round at the end of the day.
Yeah.
They all add up.
Yeah, these pokes. Look at this. Everything. Oh my God, you got to get that right though. The knockdown game is just not there.
Because Elven is going to reversal throw.
Oh yeah,
it's going to happen.
He's down.
Oh
no, bruh. Oh, we know better than this. Oh my God, black hole. Who's it favoring? Elven right now.
When in doubt, press 2K.
Yeah. Nice
Do it
block,
again.
6H. Elven burning meter to keep it in.
my
Another
God.
black hole pressure. Ooh, jump 2K on the real low. Whoosh, moves the burst. Has to burn the bar to get the conversion because of the J2K, but that's worth it. Chasing. Oh, it's so good for Sweet Jam. Yeah. Woo!
Just gets in there, gets
but
blocked and
gets in
thrown.
there.
Jumps right into him.
What? Oh my God, did he win? No?
No, not quite.
Oh my God, he can't finish. And
There it is.
wow, that traded. Sweet Jam almost lost. That was
That was the thing that almost happened.
Sweet Jam almost went to round 3 on the trade combo. Whoa. All right, by the skin of your teeth. Sweet Jam moves on
Hey, but we take those.
to the next game.
A win against Elven is a win against Elven. You
Yep.
take it any way you can get it.
Chucks. Oh, this bomb?
Up.
Yep.
Oh,
Elven didn't think the bomb was going to hit, so.
it's close enough. Still a billion damage.
Yeah, I mean, he's 60% life lead right now.
And there's a meteor. Here we go.
It's that you go down a game and it's just RNG. It's just, I got you. Air backdash mix, blocks, Elven gets tripped up though. So much meteor on deck for Sweet Jam. Wake up,
Wow.
Gekko!
Good thing it hits on both sides.
Yeah. Oh, nice block on the
6H
6H.
Yeah.
So much meter for Sweet Jam. Yeah, immediately burns some on the YRC. Burning some Elvis meter, forcing on the FD. Oh, nice.
Got nothing left in
Pressure.
the tank.
Just pressure. Destruction right now
Up.
for Sweet Jam. No, every time he's thrown! Bruh! No,
Oh,
my
no.
God.
Sweet Jam reeling back in
How are
dismay.
you gonna do that though? He played so good that round and then he just tosses the round
I
away.
mean, all of those little situations were adding up for Sweet Jam so far. It was bound to turn around for him at some point, and now Elven's coming out on the right end of the little.
Ooh, a little tech chase there.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, Elven has to spend so much meter on FD, and okay, well, this time he has 100 bars. Okay. Oh my God, dude. What in the world is Faust? Oh my God. Elven might be running away with this round. See if Sweet Jam can maintain. A huge Faust comes out.
slips right in between.
Yeah, he goes past. So that's good for Sweet Jam. He's got the knockdown card. Yeah, take him. He's not respecting you. Show him what's up. That's what you got to do.
Sweet Jam 1 round away from going to winners finals.
Nice. Oh my God, anti-airs everywhere. Not a lot of damage though. That's a problem for Elven. He's got to make these count because Sweet Jam is.
Yeah. If there's one thing Sweet Jam can do is.
Oh my God, that was tight.
Sweet Jam almost could have been for Elven's entire life.
He would
there.
have exploded him. Oh, nice. Oh, this is a Gekko. That sucks. Oh, actually, it wasn't Gekko. It was huge. Nice. Sweet Jam looking so good right now. Can Elven even get out? He hasn't really gotten out of pressure.
That person is looking a long ways away right now.
Oh no, he had to. That hammer was death.
Uh-oh.
Nice.
Okay.
Elven recovering. OTG
Get
hammer!
the breathing room.
Betrayed him. Oh, jump 2K. Sweet Jam's in. That's a big hit. Oh, did he just kill him?
Oh, not quite. Little.
Oh my God,
Wow.
dude.
All
Are
right,
you
well.
kidding me?
Jump heavy. That's a button. That is a button that just did things.
Oh my God, I want to see that in a clip. That was God. Oh, please, please show me this in the replay. Oh my God, yes. Yes.
Wow. Wow.
Oh my God, let's go Jam. This is why. This is why this button is memes.
Raids. Okay,
Oh, that was
yes.
funny.
Yes, it was technically a throw match from Elven.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And
no.
yes, it was 5H that came out. But the fact that it traded,
Jump H can't lose, bro.
it cannot lose.
It can't lose.
That is phenomenal.
That's how he won the first game, too. That's too good.
Wow.
Oh, Jam.
Anyway, Sweet Jam moves on.
Yep, he's in winners finals now. That's just like that.
Wow, wow, wow. Wait,
Oh, I got
I was going to say, you got to go. That means I'm probably flying solo for a little bit since, what? Don't wave at me, you got a match to play. Probably flying solo for a little while, I believe. Amadeus is playing through the losers bracket right now. Never mind, here he comes. So, yeah, Drifted Dane versus the Arm. I know I said earlier, I made a little quip about Bedman versus Raven being who could be on the ground the least. But these two characters will absolutely take the cake in that contest.
The floor has just become lava.
The floor is lava, the walls are lava, 6 feet above the floor is lava. The ground is, it might as well not exist in these matches. Just start these characters floating in the air. And it's the same thing.
We are looking at, actually this has actually become DBFZ is what this has become. It's both characters are just hovering in the air. Daisuke has decided he no longer cares about backgrounds and just doesn't want to draw them anymore. So we are 100% in the air, in the sky.
Yes. These two did get to play casuals earlier, so we'll see what kind of learning and adjustments that they have against each other, since they are a little bit more familiar and fresh with the player matchup as opposed to just the character matchups.
Yeah, and I mean both these characters are hard to get that character matchup experience against, like on randoms, right? Like,
Right.
There's almost no bedmen out there, and like Ramothal is definitely a character where you can definitely find some, but the gap between a good Ramothal and a bad Ramothal is very wide, I would say.
We will call them learning Ramothalls.
Yeah, learning Ramothal. That's a better word for them. So round
And
start,
they're off.
and immediately into the air. So Armando, again, we've been seeing Armando play like all week or all day here, where just get in the air, set up the swords, and try to control the zone. And that's really hard for Bedman to deal with. Basically, he has to be either mashing JP
There's
or
a
already
reset,
have like a projectile on the screen.
Well, it doesn't quite get the ender, but it
Got the
does not
knockdown.
matter.
Who gives a crap at that point, right? You got the important bit, which is the knockdown. Dane gets his way out of the corner with a pixel of life here. This is exactly what he needs, though. Just get the corner set up. But unfortunately, no knockdown there. And anytime Ramothal gets a tech in the air, she's happy. Complete reversal of situations here. Ooh, has to
right
use his
past the
burst,
dead
yeah.
angle.
Has to use his burst because he whipped the dead angle. Now there's no meter, though. RC that to make it safe. Ooh, good crouch confirmed there off the JK. Just going to get some free chip damage here because you have no meter. I like that goes to the air-to-air because counted on Armando jumping out. Unfortunate, just gets tagged there by the last couple hits of the auto combo.
Not gonna lie, I'm kind of surprised Drifter didn't burst at the end.
Well, no, he's going to
mind.
burst like that instead. So that was, I'm going to be blunt, Dane, that was a terrible burst, and you know it already. So, not a great look right now, because now he's a round down, so he doesn't even really get the chance to build a burst back here. And there's the command throw, yeah. I mean, always the thing where you wonder why Ramlethal has that. Get the Okizeme set up. Does like the 3 fuzzies in a row. Finally lands to the last one. That's going to be a perfect.
Doesn't even burn the super there.
Doesn't need it.
Yeah.
So really good back and forth, I'd say, in round 1, but unfortunately a really bad burst in round 2 just kind of sealed it for Dane. Wasn't able to get his way out. I think right there we saw, like, if Dane can get out and Dane can start his game plan, he looks really good, but man, it's so hard for him to do that. Ooh, gets the tech buttons there. Yeah, there's that JP just controlling the skies with it. These trades are okay.
If you don't know anything else in the Ramlethal matchup, just press JP and make things happen by hitting swords. And sometimes Ram will run into it too. And then you just get to start playing your actual game.
Yeah, I mean, Dane looking really strong this round, just on that air movement and throwing out those air buttons. And Arm just kind of flailing right now with those far slashes and dodos, trying to get something started.
I mean, Arm's already in flashing range because Drifter's just been jumping around with JP. Like, there hasn't really been a big combo starter at all. It's just a lot of chip damage here and there. Got him low. Goodbye.
Bedman, not a great combo character, so really not going to be doing huge damage. But there's the close slash. That's going to tie up the game or finish up the round. Had to use his burst for it, but I mean, like you said, just kind of random scrappy hits and a little bit of damage at a time kind of is all it took.
6 feet trades with JH, I believe?
Yeah, I mean, Bedman 6 feet, not great, but it does trade a lot.
That's a lie. I don't know who propagated that, but Bedman 6 feet is fantastic.
It's not good on normal hits. It just don't get counter hit and you're fine. All right, good evasion there. Good with the air movement. Bedman got that 8-way air dash, can kind of hover in the air there. And from the top rope, Tassi going to confirm off of it. Not going to have enough to kill here. Bedman not high enough damage, but going to get the corner.
Goes low, and that's going to tie it up.
Yeah, Dane looked complete reversal of game 1 there, I would say, where Dane just controlled the airspace so well. And Armando in that round 2 looked a little bit flustered and just kind of got hit by the big combo starters, and Dane ran his game plan.
It is deceptively hard to deal with that 8-way air dash mix.
I mean, you basically have to be throwing out like a jab or something before you even starts flying at you, just to have the active frames out there. If you don't have fast runs, I think it's incredibly hard to deal with it.
Arm buying himself some time, trying to get the plus frames off the soul.
Oh, wake up gold burst baited. Already lost over half his life bar just from, again, random hits. I haven't really seen like a big, huge starter from Bedman here. And RC that to make that save. Goes low. Yeah, tried to fuzzy block, got hit by the low. Gonna OTG, gonna get out of that lucky OTG. Oh, but the bed slam from the top rope again. Ooh. Low, gets the blitz. That's the rest of your meter. You gotta block this honestly. Blocks and gets the wow. All right, that's exactly what Armando needed.
That's really bad for Dane right now.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised he waited so long to burst, but also I respect it because he knew Armando would bait the burst if he bursted immediately.
Right.
So he waited.
And it saves him the round. Drifter is now on match point here.
Yeah, I mean, this is only 2 out of 3. It's only winner semis, so. Ooh, but flies into the JS. Big counter hit there. Doesn't get a knockdown from it there. Those JPs really adding up. Really just harassing Ramlethal in the air with them. And the bed slam doing a great job, too, here. And now that he's got the bed slam, he can cast the deja vu with and bring it back down just to control the space. Unfortunately, it goes away, yeah.
Yeah, right as he tried to use it, unfortunate. Uh-oh.
Oh, Dane got crossed up, I think, crossed up his inputs and made a big whiff for it. Armando sees the hesitation, goes for the dog. This is safe on block, by the way. So, yeah, really safe super to throw out there. Wasn't really able to punch it. The crossover.
Are we going coast to coast? Not quite, no.
No, not quite.
Also, Arm doesn't have 50 meter to fully convert that, but that's fine.
I mean, Dane just setting up seals here with the task A. Ooh, catches him, just walks all the way up and close slashes him. Somehow crosses him over. I don't even know how that happened, but Armando blocks him out. Dane caught in the corner. Gets caught all the way to the low, going for the high blitz. I like the high blitz representation, but goes for the late burst. Unfortunate. That might cost Dane this game here now, because now he has no burst going to this last round.
He'll get at least one back, but how he uses it at that point is probably, as you said, is going to determine where the matchup goes.
As long as he doesn't get washed, he will get a burst back. But going into this last
he's
round,
going to get it back regardless. I promise you that. Ram does way too many hits for it not to come back.
the question is, will Ram be able to bait it because she has 50 meter? Not with that dead angle, though. Really good of Dane to get rid of that dead angle there. JP just harass Ram air to air, yeah. Oh no, big counter in the air. That's exactly what you do not want. That is huge. That is exactly what Armando needs too, because you can see, like, that's a lot of damage.
Goes super high with the sword.
Oh no, but drops the combo, gets the Dorado into the block. Dane doesn't get the punish, and Dane not going to get his burst back, because this is going to go into super. And that's going to be Guts Crush here.
Yeah, that's going to wrap it up. Wow.
So yeah, unfortunately that big counter hit high in the air is exactly what Armando needed to get that high damage on the board, and before Dane could get his burst back. I think Dane was trying to summon to task Deja Vu there, seal there, just to try to destroy any seals, but unfortunately just didn't come out fast enough in that counter hit sword. Big starter. You can see here, yeah, just this is just going to go immediately into super, and I mean, you see here, Arm's just going to start mashing 4P, and all those extra hits goes all through that life bar. So good stuff to Armando, but good stuff to Dane too. Definitely a close match. Just kind of came down to that last decision with the Deja Vu seal in the air, I'd say.
Yep, and our winners finals is now set then. Sweet Jam versus Armando.
So next up, we're going to have Gekko.
Gekko and Turl.
So yeah, so we're going to have Turl with Biken, but also plays Chip. So depending on how he feels about the Axel matchup, might go one way or the other, because both characters are definitely like opposite ends of the spectrum, I'd say.
Indeed.
So
we'll see. We'll see where Turl decides to go with this. I can't call it.
yeah, this is definitely like, I mean, Gekko obviously has Chip experience, obviously has Biken experience. Not going to say they're uncommon characters here in Chicago, but I mean, both those characters in one player here is definitely a unique skill set.
I absolutely agree with that.
It's like a
Biken time.
Yeah, Biken now. I mean, that's just going to be kind of interesting, because Biken's not really a character known for like getting in. She has issues forcing an offense, I would say. But she has that great defensive ability where, like, even if Axel's trying to do his mid-screen stuff, she could just easily Azami and then just rock on in, and like she's safe, so it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Heaven or hell. Duel 1. Let's
So round one, let's see what the round starts are. Immediately backs up against Axel. Kind of scary to do, honestly. Tries to ID Azami and just tries to get something started.
It's a
and the overhead.
It's definitely about to be that kind of a set already.
Oh,
It's an early
yeah.
burst.
Set it with the early burst. And yeah, both these characters are swinging. There's the red Azami. Lots of damage for, you know, attacking someone in block stun. There's 50% of your life bar. That was a good trade for Turlet because it got him out of the momentum. Gekko going to burn the meter. Going to force Rudy to attack high in the air there. And yeah, just controlling the space really well. And I mean, you can see even the Azamis at that range don't get him anything.
Oh,
Just
yeah,
like
there
that,
it is.
yep. It's like, that's a nice Azami you got there. And Gekko doing a good job of rotating the overhead too, so you can't never be too sure that we're into Azami.
Yeah. I fully expect that Azami usage to go way down as the match goes on because...
Oh, big counter, but no conversion from it. And weird cross-up on the 6H. Pays off for him. Turles needs to be teching and FDing in the air as soon as he techs. Good Rokon, though. Gets him in, but he sends Axel flying full screen, so yeah, he's got to get back in again.
Axel is now cornered. Oh, that's probably going to be an audit.
Oh, no! Axel's got a weird hurt box. Good pass-through, though. Keeps Axel in the corner with that pass-through. Turles doing a great job here of just keeping Axel in the corner. Just can't quite make these confirmed. Like, getting the hits, just not getting confirmed, but damage is adding up.
Yeah, it looks like Turles is just a little too far out of the corner to get those clean conversions off, but stays consistent, stays calm, and keeps Axel in the corner and takes
Good
that
whiff
round.
punish. Yeah, good whiff punish from the 2S. Just patience, hold down back. That's all he whiffed. He just went ahead and, you know.
Dash blocking in.
Yeah, dash blocking in, and then IAD Azami just to try to get in past into 5Ps. Good JP. But you see that JSJD kind of works against Viking because it sends her flying backwards. So if she doesn't make contact with the JD, Axel gets what he wants. That is safe, even if you IB it. And the overhead beats the low Azami. Axel too slow to punish that wire sees, but doesn't punish it. Oh, good burst. See, in that scenario there, blitzing is actually a good thing for Viking to do. If you can blitz the follow-up where he drags the chain back up towards him, and that rejects Axel, no matter what range he's at. But even if Viking is Zami's it, she doesn't get much after it, so you want to blitz it.
And just gonna take chip damage nice and slow.
I mean, yeah,
no
Gekko
reason to rush for Gekko.
sets up the wall, and Turles really wasn't able to ever like get started, I would say. Maybe considering a change, no, stays on Viking.
I like the Viking pick. I just chill on the zombies just a little bit.
Yeah, I think like where I'm seeing a lot of IAD Azamis, and like it's not paying off for him. He doesn't really get much for him,
Right.
and it's just putting him in a situation where like now he has to land and doesn't get anything off of it. Really, in general, I'd like to see more dash FD break in general. Viking doesn't have a fast run, but she has a run. And if all you're working on is IAD and Suzerain, it's very easy to confirm, and that's exactly what happens. Gekko looking great right now. Turles, please, dash FD break. It's a great tool in your arsenal. Use it.
Yeah, it was working excellently in game 1.
There you go, just slowly move forward. Setting up the wall right now, Gekko. There you go, that's exactly what you need to do. And again, tries to IAD Azami.
That could have been a JS punish, but
exactly.
by
Every time you
yourself in
IAD Azami in, you're guessing that they're going to 5P, and if they don't, then you gave up your punish on doing a JS. So right now, Gekko has no real reason to do a 5P, because
Right.
he's not dying for it.
all big money on the 2S.
All right, this is looking really good for Gekko right now. And okay, wire sees to get the punish there because the Gekko got past the tatami mat. Messed up the Kira tatami there. Just going to control the space. Just going to hold this full screen, but Gekko's got a life lead, so he's cool with this part. Ooh, got caught by the overhead. Again, IAD is the zombies in, and there's 6K. Big damage, doesn't get the tech reset. So there's no life bar to get in right now. And that's it. Yeah, Turles just not looking comfortable at all in that matchup. Gekko going to take that. So
Your turn.
I think it's my turn to get up and play some matches. So
Good luck. Hello.
All right. Back at it for a little bit at least.
Yeah, you've got a few matches, I think.
Yeah.
Cruising through. Yeah, cruising through loser's side of top 8 now. We've got Amadeus versus
Trap
Young
Lord, yeah.
Trap Lord. Yep.
I don't know if I've seen them fight, but I'm sure they have at some point.
At some point.
Granblue getting primal hype right now. I don't. Oh, he won? Marvin won. Okay. Yeah.
Congrats to Clara, man, for being the best of like 8 games today.
Was there other? Did he win out again?
He won BB Tag 2,
Oh yeah. Well, that makes sense. That makes sense. That does make sense.
but he really wanted this one as a special to him, so congrats to him.
Yeah, I was watching some of the games. I saw Fairy versus Percival, and I was like, man, this matchup looks so different than it used to. Like both of them have like such little like strength compared to their old. Like,
yeah.
like Percy doesn't have the confirms anymore. Her Fairy's like anti-airs aren't air unblockable anymore. I'm like, damn,
Yeah,
bro, like, what happened?
Normalization.
Yeah.
But we've got our own top 8 to settle here.
Yep. Got some guilty gear going on. See the Jam versus Elfel. Both these characters extremely strong normals, crazy options, can explode each other. So,
If you ask Jam players, they hate this matchup more than anything else in the world.
yeah, but they say that about like 5 matchups though, don't they? Like,
I know, that's what makes it funny. Oh, well.
wow. I mean, when you burst like that, like I'm sure you'd hate mad matchups, right? Like, that verse was trash. All right.
J2K, that's... I'm pretty sure that's dangerous because...
Oh my god, exploded. Yeah, Trap Lord. It wasn't really the tightest Oki, but still gets the dead angle for it.
Oh,
nice try.
Excellent interruption. Cold Slash is a pretty good button.
Yeah. Oh, what are you doing? That was too close. Yeah, she's gonna kill you for that too. Nope.
Trap Lord with the first round here.
Yeah,
Early
Elfeld's,
advantage.
you know, especially if you meet her, Elfeld's conversions off of anything are crazy. She can just do whatever she wants. Nice interrupt. Wow, the dash out. You know he wanted back dash, but he just committed to the hard dash. On the mash and parry in between, not finding anything. Oh, lets it rip.
You got 2 cards. That's what they're there for.
Oh my god.
That's the young Trap Lord Classic, the random 5D in the middle of the block string.
Yeah, in the forward version too.
Yeah.
Nice interrupt
West
with 2S. Wow, it's far, but still works out.
Blocking the 5D. Could have out fair play, I guess. Ooh. I'm gonna go with high. Forces first out of Trap Lord here.
Ooh, converts it. That was nice. That was knocked down here too. Grenade neutral. Alma trying to bully his way in.
6-8 is a good way to do that,
Tech
though.
buttons. Oh, the trade. Big trade in Alma's favor. MTK hits. Not enough. No meter. No
Again.
meter. No
That's
meter.
the Amadeus Classic. Run it back.
Yeah.
JTK.
I'm surprised the Trap Lord tried nothing. He just stood there and took it. Nice interrupt.
5P full flash. Excellent.
Okay. Now it's Zol shotgun time. Is Alma just gonna explode here, or will he manage to weather?
Doesn't quite get the knockdown. I don't think it matters.
Yeah. Right back at it.
Oh, that's so gross.
Okay. Nice IED out. Ooh, the parry, but you all know that grenade has got her back. Nice throw. That's it.
Full flash, yeah.
Dang. Man. Like, how many years later and Grenade still got Elfeld's back? Nobody got her. Grenade got her.
Amen. Wow. That's...
Did we just get, like, extreme volume?
Oh. They,
yeah, we did.
they put us on in the...
Yeah, they pumped in. I was mad. Guilty Gear volume. Get extremely loud jam yells. And which isn't as bad as CF. CF is the god king of loud.
That angle.
Nice. Sense Amadeus' hesitation there and just mashed
Excellent
right
challenge,
out.
Yeah.
Okay, running it. This is so bad for Alma. What do you do? Here comes the grenade. Here comes the immediate dead angle.
Run up parry. That... It worked.
Whoa, low profile. Okay, nice. Has a card for a knockdown too. Awesome. Can he kill? I'm pretty sure this is death. Why? That was probably him. I don't know. Was he trying to do burst super? Like,
I hope not. I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure
that
you
would've
could have
been-
done like any super.
yeah, that would have been a waste. Yeah, that cooked grenade so plus.
Even
That's-
after the instant block too.
Yeah, it doesn't matter because it's 2 hits. So if you instant block the first hit, it just gets deleted anyway, right?
Yeah. Challenges the 2H and gets there.
Nice. That super so fast. And does a chunk of life.
Base dangle and gets punished on the back end with parry. Whoa.
Yeah, moves in this game do not have very much recovery. Nice. Checks and checks. Trap Lord, one guess from the game. We got Blitz Wars.
Welcome to Chicago.
Yep. Another one. Wow, nobody's blocking. We are using options right now.
Tie game. 1-1.
Yep.
Things are happening and I am enjoying it greatly.
Yeah. The high-paced Guilty Gear that we know and love. Trap Lord swinging on nothing. Alma getting cards.
Chooses the reusing card. Probably just gonna. Yep, there we go.
Nice. Whoa, backwards. Wow, frame trap
Big-
puffball.
Yeah, big puffball damage. Wow.
Sniper, yeah.
From mid-screen.
He tried to do the conversion too. I actually think he, you know, there's a combo she gets mid-screen if you do it right.
Excellent challenge from Amadeus.
Crouch confirm. Ooh.
Just gets hit by mid.
Yeah, the mid Oki. That was way too cooked. Another crouch confirm, man. Elfeld confirms.
Trackler back on top this round.
Yeah.
Looking to punch his ticket to the next part of the top 8 bracket.
Nice kick. Throw, gonna pull the pin. No pin?
Nope.
Didn't even need it.
Grapple time.
Throws another one. Mash out. Yep, can't throw that.
Oh, that's gross.
Yeah. Getting Elfeld wombo comboed right now. Oh my god, nice region. Okay, and the pickup off the backdash. That's good stuff.
Takes the 50 to get the knockdown.
Totally worth it, especially now.
Oh, big money.
Oh, can't get the knock though. This is the problem.
Next hit wins.
Oh, nobody wanted to see that blitz. That was an accident through and through. Unfortunate.
Indeed. The Trap Lord takes it and gets a date with Elven Shadow. Oh boy.
Am I up?
Ah.
Oh, he did want the blitz. Okay. Oh, okay.
Oh, this is going to be fun.
Oh, this is like the anti-playstyle matchup.
Yeah. Drifter floats away and Gekko tries to press 6K as many times as he can to get him to come down. Oh, buddy.
Well, I think from the fundamental perspective, Drifter's the one who has to adjust more.
Agreed.
Because Drifter loves to be in the air.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're just carelessly in the air against Gekko, you're just dead. So, I mean, that's the keyword there is carelessly. You can be in the air.
Yeah.
Just don't be in the wrong spots or not respecting these axle buttons because you'll take 40%. So, we'll see. Moving along, I think Trap Lord now has to fight Elven.
Yep. And then the winner of... There we go. And then the winner of this will fight the winner of Elven and Trap Lord.
Yep. So,
we're
pretty
getting
far
there.
along, yep. Gonna have top 5 decided.
It's been so long since I've heard this song.
Yeah.
I love it so much. They would be having a spirited conversation about something.
Who dares to enter the main event?
So basically no surprises in this top 5. People, you know, we've had a lot of people who've been picking up the game recently. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
like there's like a lot of locals and stuff who've like been playing through like
Through
Coca
Netplay
times and stuff. And
yeah.
yeah.
And things like
But the old guard staying, holding it down. We all became old guard as soon as Strive came out, huh?
so that's what Street Fighter felt like.
All right, so Drifter versus Gekko. Like I said, this is going to be a matchup of someone trying to be in the air versus another person trying to fly swatter the other person. So let's see if Drifter can get in, navigate the maze of Axel.
Oh, that was fast.
Yeah, gets the early knockdown and safe jump. Well, is that the punish? Probably not, but
yeah.
I mean, it's better than nothing. He's already up 50%, so.
I can obviously tell you from experience that you don't want to really DP against Drifter if you can avoid it, because he's got all the anti-DP setups on lock, and he will call on them with reckless abandon.
Yeah. I mean, it's one of those things where like Bedman's damage is normally so low that like DPs are like one of the few places where you can like guarantee yourself getting like solid damage, right?
Right.
So like having those on lock is like important.
Tech buttons. Gekko working himself out of the corner.
Solid damage from Gekko. Oh, he's still going.
I'm assuming that's a heavy only combo.
Yeah.
'Cause that was a lot of loops.
Nice.
Yep, there's the parry.
Oh,
And he
Gekko.
spins it.
Yeah, Gekko wants part of this round. But Drifter has so much meter. You can see him fishing with those 3 H's. You know that's what how he wants to end this.
Yeah, you just anything that.
Woo! But Gekko stuffing them. Oh
Okay.
man, that's rough. That's definitely a big factor in that first round is the forward dash from Bedman, just skipping the neutral.
Taking Gekko's 2H away from him because Gekko really loves that button. I mean, he should. It's really good.
Yeah.
But that might end up costing him his downfall if he can't
Gekko's
adjust.
exploding. Gekko's definitely exploding.
Yep.
Oh, drops the Drifter. This is like, Axel is like trash at running back games though. Like, especially with that kind of life deficit, that's just like rough.
I mean, sometimes you just get mixed to death.
Yeah. I mean, Bedman doesn't kill you fast, but he definitely be killing you.
Yeah. There's something to be said for consistency, even if the damage isn't necessarily there.
Okay. Drifter respecting a lot of the Axel moves, not getting tagged unnecessarily, and those dashes is paying off so well.
Oh, there's another baited burst. Oh boy. There's a successful DP. So we're back on it. Gekko back to full screen, working his magic.
Yeah, I mean, he just has to maintain the distance, right? Like, that's the only spot where he's really winning. Chasing down. Nice frame trap.
Trade on a 6P.
Yeah. Gekko got called out. He has nothing now. That's bad. That's real bad. Blast him.
No meter, no burst.
Yeah, Drifter looking pretty comfortable in this matchup. As long as he gets to set the pace of the match, looks like he's okay. Nice. Sweep knockdown with the seal there. Gekko is still able to get out though. Oh, big counter hit. And man, a little chonky boy, he's got a lot of life, but that's still significant.
I was going to say Gekko was about to set up at a space where Axel's really comfortable, but Drifter squeezes it right out.
Uh-oh. And Drifter always has this huge meter advantage. Ooh, that was a risky burst. If you would RC that. Nice. Got some out of the air. Drifter's looking to take this right now.
Oh.
Drops the combo though. Big blitz. Nice stuff.
Yeah, Drifter just controlling the pace of the match all the way through and takes it a clean 2-0 over Gekko.
Yeah, I think that like he seems to be one of those players that like if you don't take him out of his comfort zone, he's just gonna cruise all over you.
Absolutely.
So it's like
that is absolutely true.
I think the characters that really play like high speed pace, like Jam, I think is probably gonna be like. I mean, I think he talks about it. I think Jam just washes that character
all the time. Like,
yeah,
how do I
so
stop this character?
So stuff like that, it's like it definitely seems to be like his strength there. All right, we're getting Elven and Trap Lord.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if Trap Lord's ever beaten Elven in a tournament. At least not to my knowledge. So.
I want to say it happened once during one of the team tournaments at Garage Gear.
Okay.
I'm not entirely sure, but I'm pretty sure it happened at least once.
Okay, that's still a thing.
I mean, that and the fact that it's Elfelt versus Faust, which is like a nightmare scenario for most Faust players.
Yeah, I mean, if they have perfect reload sniper on deck, then it's just like maneuvering around, like existing on the screen is hard. Like,
Yes.
It's crazy. But I mean, Elven, he's no stranger to playing from losers against Elfelts, you name it, right? Like,
Yeah.
he's played it all. So
play this game for 6-7 years at a high level, you'll be bound to see everything.
Yeah.
So we'll see what kind of a
Trapler playing pretty well today.
yeah. All right, showtime.
Yeah.
Elven versus Roundhouse. Get ready to
Skipping the intro. Elven be mashing intros all the time.
Well, we already know Traplord knows how to perfect sniper. He showed it instantly. Nice.
Oh boy.
That gold hammer was not a factor. Elven, you can see like he has to just like do these crazy moves just to exist, right? Like that's what I was saying. Like it makes him like being able to just do that. It's just such a strong tool against the Faust to just put him out of his comfort zone. Yeah, brutal.
Oh, that's gonna suck.
Yeah, not enough. And Elven waking up with the throw.
We know it's gonna happen. We saw it all through the winter semis with the Sweet Jam.
Yeah, I mean, Elven's the type to not really be deterred if he's wrong. You know what I mean? Like, he needs to be wrong specifically very many times in a row for it to like, you know.
Or you need to make it extremely painful for him.
That's true. That's true. Woo! Tries to roll out, but gets flipped. Wow! I'm surprised that burst worked, honestly.
Oh, big 6/8 counter hit. That's gonna be money. Oh.
Drops it, but honestly, he's not in the trash position right now, even with the tech weapon.
Yeah, you still got
Okay,
full
that's
life
bad.
lead now. Things have evened up a lot.
Okay, gets around. Ooh, dodge that.
Blocked his own grenade. All right.
Wow, Bridal's so good. No, no, it's okay. Okay, wow, he just traded in between. Traplord mashing backdash right now. Anti-air sniper, oh bruh, dude, Elfeld is something else.
Doesn't quite get the full combo and
Yeah.
oh.
Blows up.
Elven
Not a
gets
lot of
the
damage
convert off
though,
of it.
yeah. Oil? Wait, Elven swinging. Oh, they both swinging. Nice block. Nice. Oh, Oil saving the day. These are just Faust things, bruh.
6 feet. Yep. Oh, throws some meteors now. All he has to do is live.
Oh my
Yep.
god.
All he had to do was live and trade with 5K.
Yeah. Man, Traplord was so close to taking that. He needed to respect those meteors, though. He couldn't win that there. Burst? No burst? He's taking it? Oh, he drops
Whoa.
it. Weird. Maybe he won't plus our timing or something. Nice. Gets over. Elven, yeah, getting
No, he can't do
blown
that.
back. He's getting blown back right now. This is Elf pressure. Yeah, this is brutal.
OTG.
Yeah, you know
Tech.
he's jumped to Kang, bruh. Yeah.
Late going my way.
Brain trap. That might hit you. Yeah, you gotta move. Careful.
Million ton weight. Goodbye.
Nice block on the
Block
6-8.
6-8.
Oh, Traplord can win. That's all I needed to see to know that Traplord could win this game. You blocked the 6-8.
JK.
Oh, it's okay.
Straight with a bomb.
Oh, it's not okay anymore. He's dead. Damn.
Wow.
Maybe not. I don't know. Didn't look bad.
Like, the hits are there.
Yeah.
It's just the
Like-
weird tech situations where
Yeah.
Elven has no fear and he's going to do something and it's going to
he
try
like
and swing the game.
Traplord keeps like baiting the burst and like getting another hit after, and then he'll drop a combo. It's like on like the biggest, most game time hit that he could ask for. Burst, yep, of course.
Yeah,
It's the same
there
thing.
it is. He's not converting the pulse burst combos and
Yeah,
it's costing him. He needs this damage.
Yeah, he needs it all. Especially when Elven's handing you this like trash burst like that. Okay, nice delay burst. Nice jump D. Yeah, that's a knockdown combo for her. Yeah, Elven didn't respect and he gets full converted. That's death. Easy combo, just OCG. Oh,
Not quite.
Not quite. I mean, this is good luck.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Shotgun was going to end that one way or the other.
Yeah, I mean, Elven literally needed to win with a blitz or something to get out of that. He needed to win real hard. All right. Nice.
Wait allows him to get in.
Okay. It's so greedy from Trap Lord over and over again, sacrificing stun health. Yeah. I mean, that's just a round. Trap Lord, gotta wake up. You can't be autopiloting against Elven, bro. He'll punish you all day.
Wall. Backdashing a button with J2K.
Oh, he's trying to 5H. Yeah.
It's always the second Pogo.
Yeah.
Always.
Okay, gets him out of the air, but jump 2K coming. Yep.
Jumps? Yeah. Uh-oh. J counter.
Woo! 6P? 6P?
Again?
Just hit him, bro. He's holding up. Trap Lord's kind of panicking. Nice.
There's that 5D reset we talked about last match.
Still working for him, though. Nice. Oh, wait. Was that crouch? Oh, it's bad. Oh, it's bad. Oh, it's Elven pressure now. What?
6-8 trades with 6-8 or something like that. Last ditch effort for Trap Lord here.
Yeah, this is rough. Pulls a shotty out. Not enough. Elven takes it. All right.
Clips the roll at the end, 2P.
Man. Trap Lord came out so strong, and then it was just like Elven just took more and more until.
Yeah, all that damage left on the table came back to haunt him at the end, finally.
Sure.
And it's showtime.
Oh, okay.
Good luck. It's time for winners finals. Welcome back.
Back from out of the bracket. I'm Dane and Kizzler.
Hello.
We're going to have winners finals of Armando versus
Sweet Jam.
Jam. So some Jam versus Ram action. This is a matchup.
Yeah. We've seen this before, and I think the thing that makes the difference here is that Sweet Jam is basically the best cannonballer. He is when he throws his jam at Arm's Ram, he can come out on top.
Yeah, Sweet Jam has some of the best conversions I've seen out of a Jam player
Ever.
And I'm not going to say ever.
I am.
Because I've watched Lox do some crazy shit. But if I'm comparing you to Lox,
You're probably
that's
in
pretty good.
Yeah.
So,
And then Arm, forever the stalwart, he is going to run his game plan. He knows that Jam's just going to cannonball herself, and
yeah, I mean, the really important part is if Jam can sneak a card charge without requiring a knockdown, that changes all the dynamics, because suddenly, even if Ram gets touched in the air, that's a knockdown. So Armando has to completely be active so Jam can never get a card charged. And that just means Sweet Jam has to be consistently in the air. I mean, Jam's got amazing air normals.
yeah, jump slash.
Also, I wish Sweet Jam actually played this color. This color is amazing. I love it. We're going to have round start, both backdashes, and immediate air throw. That's exactly what he needs, because that gets him corner presence. That's just the jump out.
Yeah.
Ooh, good IB. And,
Oh, boy.
he's going to get the knockdown, but no card from it with the 6B.
Arm blocked all four overheads. Very impressive.
Oh, didn't hit confirm and started charging the card. It wasn't a knockdown, so I had to RC to save himself. Good defense. Jumps out. Yep. Didn't jump and stall that Gekko, so doesn't get an air dash after it. Really, that jump and stall is a really high level technique. I don't see many Jam players go for those. I'm not going to blame them.
Goes low with RC.
Low and,
and
burst the 4P mash. Never a good time to burst.
Sometimes you just do that in the heat of the moment.
There's the reset into the command throw. Don't think this is going to be enough to kill, though. Doesn't have the meter to finish it.
Oh, I am looking at the wrong bar. That is long.
Oh, but the
no.
tech buttons gets him killed. Yeah, Armando not going to mess around with Jam's tech buttons.
So if rule number one is to use JP as much as you can to kill swords, rule number 2, or actually rule number 1A is whatever you do not get counter hit by a sword, or else that happens.
Yeah, like I think we saw earlier with Armando versus Dane, like counter hit sword is pretty much one of Rambal's best starters. Ooh, good spacing with the 6K, beats the wake up throw mash. And Armando just trying to jump out, and Sweet Jam just burning some meter, not letting him. That's going to be a knockdown there. Cards up, gets the meaty. Again, just Sweet Jam doing a great job of just frame trapping just to keep Armando from jumping.
No,
but
are you? Oh, I
6P.
was going to blow a gasket if that reversal 6P resulted in a full combo.
Not quite, but just burning all the meter, gets countered. Sweet Jam flubbing really hard right now. Sweet Jam shook. He almost had this round locked up, but Armando making a magic pixel run back.
He tried to bait that burst.
He tried to bait that
Real
burst, but
bad.
really good stall work from Sweet Jam. Not bursting, it just gets the air throw.
That's just veteran presence right there.
I mean, hey, it doesn't matter how messy the round looked as long as he didn't burst through it. Tries to command dash, gets caught by the low. Yeah, early burst. Gonna get his burst back this round, maybe. Catches Armando mashing jab. Doesn't get the counter hit, though, so doesn't get the conversion. Good block.
Excellent.
Good block on the cross under. Fortunately caught in the air here.
That overhead record is unfortunately plus.
Yeah,
you have to interrupt.
It is plus. Of course, risky to
The
go on
reset,
Jam
like-
with it because it is gappy, so you can, like, Jam can parry it because it's an overhead, which means Ram now has to represent the low, which is unsafe. So that whole pressure string is iffy against Jam, I would say, but
It's iffy against everybody, but Arm has not generally represented the overhead option that often. He's usually gone low with 50 meters behind it to RC.
I mean, the worst feeling is going for a parry and your opponent just goes for the low option anyway. All right, Sweet Jam could have gotten a 4-6 PK there, but chose not to get the knockdown instead. Because Ragnall is such a lightweight, unless you burn the meter off that 4-6 PK, you're probably not going to get a confirm. Armando really just getting hit by these meaty 6Ks, though. Gonna be knocked down with the
no
charge kick.
resources here. This is going to be rough.
Meaty 5K, that's a low. Just going to do a basic confirm. This is not going to be enough to kill, but... Oh, no! I think that was a J2K that just didn't quite come out, but RC to make himself safe and gets the punish.
And Arm tried to go for a, because of the J2K, Arm tried to go for throwing into summoning back his sword.
Yeah, I mean, fair point too. You see Jam charging cards in front of your face. You want to do something. Oh, big counter hit. That's free damage for Jam into a knockdown. Safe jump. Yeah, Armando with the wake up 6P beating out the safe jump. Sweet Jam is going to have to adjust what his Okizeme is here. Good air throw. Charging max carding. Yeah, that's huge because now any touch Sweet Jam gets, that could end the round, honestly, with these life bars.
That's the money starter for Ram.
Sweet Jam gonna
Calvados, really?
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of guts crush. I mean, Sweet Jam's gonna get his burst back here, though.
The double up?
OTG? Is this gonna be enough with the OTG?
Oh,
Just
Lord. I have
nice!
I have learned something new today.
69 hits! Nice! Really nice round into there from Armando. I mean, gave Sweet Jam his burst back, basically, with that combo, but hey, you won the round, so can you really complain about it?
Just Aaron blocked him into a full combo, too.
Remember, this is winner's final, so it is 3 out of 5.
Yep.
Just felt I should note that before we end up going 2-1. If we go 2-0 here, because Armando is on match point. So is Sweet Jam here, though. Gonna try to get a score on the board. Oh, tried to jump out there off that H puff ball and got caught in the shrubs. And there's that 6K catching the backdash. And because of the Gekko gets the knockdown, but goes for the reset. Gonna get a knock. No, goes for the K follow-up. I don't think he has enough to kill. Not quite. Needed the meter for it. But the JS, such a good air tool.
That button is
It's really good.
so
It is really
So
hard
good.
to jump in the air against Jam. Like her grounded anti-airs are like middling, but her air-to-air game is so good.
So we got ourselves a tie ball game right now, 1-1.
Yep. There's the 2D, gets the knockdown, but doesn't get the card, but got the IAD Okizeme. Armando just kind of getting caught out of Okizeme here. And bad burst. You don't want to burst the 2H ever against Jam, because that's what happens. It's going to be a knockdown there. Going to get a card up. Got caught by the low. Armando either trying to fuzzy jump or just getting caught by the low. Bow. Don't door in it. Gets the clean hit.
Big
All
money.
that damage. RCs to get the finish, and that's the perfect.
Well done, using all of your resources to get the kill.
Yeah, I mean, normally if you get like the not clean hit, you can OTG, but it's not as much damage. But that clean hit, you don't get an OTG after. So had to burn the meter to kill.
Good heads up play by Sweet Jam. That's the type of things we're talking about when we say he's very good at optimizing his damage.
There's a nice air throw. The arm's starting to get air throws back against Sweet Gem. Oh, that's a great starter there. Gets the launch with the sword. Exactly what Sweet Gem needs to not get, but good
Tried to
2K
use
challenge.
Tried
Wake
to
up
use the sword
explode.
to cover himself, and
That's the first time we've seen Arn do Wake Up Super, and Sweet Jam was already ready for it without even a safe jump in place. Sweet Jam looking really good right now. Ooh, goes for the blitz, gets punished for it. That's the Max Gekko. That's going to give you a good full conversion. Oh, tried to go for the Chokyaku Super, messed up the input. Should have just gone for Bow, gets hit by the overhead. Now he's going to have to use his burst if he wants to take this round, I think.
no, he's gonna hold on. Though. Oh my
No,
God,
he's not. I mean, Ryujin YRC cannonball his way in. Why not? And the dead angle whiffs. Thank you, jump cancelable 2D. Sweet Jam goes up 2-1.
a series of unfortunate events, and
I mean, yeah, you see here the Ryujin YRC just to cannonball yourself in.
That air block was.
That air block is exactly, I mean, it's like the best thing you can do there. Because like you can 6-speed, you can air throw, but it's risky because both those things are iffy against Jam cannonballing herself like that. So the air ID is the best thing you can do. But unfortunately, the dead angle right after, and Sweet Jam was just doing 2G jump cancel and just so far out.
Oh,
no! Sweet Jam didn't clear the sword. I think he thought he might have, and just, it's a big counter hit. I mean, look at all this damage from Ramlethal. That's half your life bar. Yeah, just dead angle. I respect it. And just dead angle right back.
Right back in his swords. Still
I mean,
set up nice and.
Gonna get his burst back, but I don't think he's gonna use it again this round. Here's the fuzzy setup. Blocks all those like 6 overheads in a row. And that JS is so good. Into the air throw. I wonder if Sweet Jam's OSing these air throws with the JS actually, because that's really important in these sorts of matchups. Oh, the H puff ball chases Ramlethal all the way down. Jam able to clear all that screen. Good mash though, good abotting. Fights his way out.
Arm will press a button when he needs to, and that was absolutely a place for it.
Oh, good round start from Armando, just doing the delay far slash. Getting a good life lead here early on, and a lot of meter against Sweet Jam. Sweet Jam bars his way out with 2K. Oh, the
There
explode
you go.
pays off that time.
Second time's a charm.
Okizeme. Sweet Jam just evades. I like that. Just run away, just, you know, and
Big
wins the
JS
air
is-
there. Yeah, big counter hit. Oh, but
no.
that JH has counter hit state recovery, and that's what happened there. He whiffed the JH way earlier, missed clearing the sword with it, and just got punished real hard for it. Sweet Jam is just burning some meter there just to try to move around the screen. Armando not letting him out of the corner.
Yeah, Sweet Jam positioned himself in the corner. Arm's like, okay, all right, well, we'll take those.
Oh, but there's that JH flail. Jam just becomes a hitbox. Got to respect it, but the falling
jump
JS.
slash.
I mean, that was definitely a matter of frames. I know I respect Sweet Jam going for the H ball there because it's worked before. In the last couple interactions, that could have absolutely won out the round, but falling JS just active enough to catch her.
Yeah.
So
And here we
2-2
are.
now.
As expected, we've got ourselves a banger of a winners finals match coming down to the last game.
Really important that Arm is still going for those Doros, but it's important to know. Oh, immediately
big-
baits that burst, but has to go for the Zephyr 6 PP. An early blitz and punishes him right back, trying to blitz back. Now, I wanted to say Doro is -6 on IB, so while it's an important confirm for Ramlethal, if Jam instant blocks it, she can punish it with her own 2D or far slash. So it's an important interaction in this matchup, but right now Armando just getting the corner, gets the overhead, and the command throw off of the sword hit.
Boom, boom, boom.
Sweet Jam probably going to get his burst back before he dies, but I think Armando might go into the super here. Oh yeah, gets his burst back right at the right time. Yeah, his sword going to come out here. YRC gets out of the sword, honestly. Wake up 2B. We're playing Melty Blood now. Oh, the
that's
sword
small.
and the tech into the reset. Okay, Armando going on to match point here. Sweet Jam got both players about half their burst back, so Sweet Jam probably going to get it. Doesn't get the punish on the far slash there. Didn't get the instant block, so no punish there. But it forces Arm to back off. And Armando just changing up his air options a little bit, teching and double jumping instead of trying to challenge Sweet Jam here. I was about to say not getting air thrown as much, but right there's the important one.
Yeah, that's an adjustment for Sweet Jam. Arm's using the sword jump slash, so Sweet Jam's like, all right, I'll just throw the hitbox. That's fine.
There's a knockdown. Yeah, you see that 6K catching the backdash with all those active frames. 5H's plus into a frame trap. Sweet Jam Jam Brains into J2K. It's going to be a knockdown again. Charge up another card. What's Armando's option? Wake up and get air thrown. Just jumps to the air throw. But you know what? He got out of the corner with that, so I think he's okay with it. SRC that, make it safe. Yeah, knows that was going to be punished. Saw the IB. Oh, Sweet Jam caught in the air. Doesn't FD in the air. he going to get his burst back in time? Is Armando going to bait it?
Not now.
There's the OTG burst. Yeah, really important OTG burst there. Yeah, dead angles. Smart. Yeah, that's all burst save. Those 2Ks are all burst save just to catch Armando trying to do something. Oh, tried to blitz. It didn't pay off. So Jimmy gets to get a pixel of life down to that J2K special move, clutches it out.
Here we go. Final. This is getting tense.
Yeah, Armando has a burst going. The Sweet Jam is going to take some damage before he gets his burst back either way. Delay tech JH. Gets away with a card charge. That's huge, actually. Oh, but Armando gets the counter at far slash. It's a free confirm into Dodo. Boom. I mean, that's big damage from Ragnall here because that counter JS. Can you block?
Yeah,
Blocks the fuzzies. And the JH just, don't come near me, I'm a hitbox.
5-8. A button you rarely see as a defensive
trying to get out. Finally catches him, tries to bait the burst of the pass through, but Armando holding on to it, just like, no, I've got a life lead. Yeah, there's the burst of Sweet Jam, finally gets it.
Stays high, gets a double overhead.
Yeah, doesn't
set up overhead. Doesn't
quite
get the
and the real just brings out the slow overhead. Sweet Jam just overstimulated and just wasn't looking for it in that moment. And that was it.
Overstimulated, overhead.
Yeah, I mean, there it is there. Gets the knockdown. Sets up the sword.
Overhead.
Slow overhead. Doesn't confirm off of it,
one.
but I'll just give you another one, and that's it. I mean, great showing from both players.
That was, I wasn't even playing it as my heart's racing.
I mean, Armando definitely made the adjustments with his air movement. I think early on there, Sweet Jam was just air throwing him, hitting him out of all the sword sets, but Armando made the adjustment and just changed up his pacing a little bit just to throw Sweet Jam off, and suddenly Sweet Jam is going from air throwing him to whiffing, jumping heavy, and getting counter hit on the recovery. So
that's all it takes, and that's how the good become great.
Next up, we got Bozak, Elven Shadow versus Drifter Dane. So we have the Ohio Challenger coming against the old man Chicago himself. So Bedman versus Faust. Now, I'd say Bozak definitely probably knows this matchup from all his experience against Kenji, KB Nova.
And several runs with GC Yoshi as well.
Yeah, so this is definitely, one of those matchups where neither character is really like the fast rushdown character. And both of them kind
Don't tell that to Bozak.
Listen, he's top tier. He can make it work. But at the end of the day, it's like both of them control that screen space so much and want to play in the air and stall out in the air so much. But, I mean, Faust with the really big anti-air buttons controls a lot more of the airspace that Bedman does. But Bedman is really good, as we've seen, Okizeme and Mix-Up. So
I'm looking forward to seeing how well the Faust jump heavy slash does in this matchup.
Oh, I'm sure. We're going to see like a lot of jumping heavy slash versus jumping punch. I feel like that's probably going to be an interaction I'm going to learn about today.
This is losers semis, 2 out of 3.
So I'm wondering what the round start's going to be here. I kind of expect Drifter Dane to backdash on round start, but I'd be surprised what Elven Shadow does if he actually backdashes.
Both backdashing. Nuts!
All right, well, Drifter Dane jump back JP and checks Elven Shadow jumping forward there. Both characters just kind of backing off and immediately trying to set up zoning. Elven Shadow finds his way in the corner, but this is safe. Unblockable 6H. I like this Drifter Dane just going for those JPs like we saw against Armando earlier, though. Just kind of getting a safe harassment tool out there with the JP. Both players looking just for a clean hit. Elven Shadow kind of gets the first one with the air combo. That's RC that. Yep, that's unsafe as hell. And there's that JH. Yeah, you can't really go air to air against Elven Shadow that well, but that 6P pays off. Has to clear the mini Faust though. Has to reset the combo. Here comes a teleport. Yeah, just jumps in the air. That's that teleport deja vu. He will still teleport even with that deja vu coming out. Oh, counter hits him on the item toss, but isn't ready to confirm the combo. Another one though.
Comes in to save Elven.
Mini Faust coming in clutch 2 out of 2 times. Oh, the counter hit Golden Hammer. He's very close to stun. Yeah, run up throw. No stun there, but the OTG. Elven RNG, everyone.
Welcome to Chicago.
Welcome to Chicago. I hope your luck's good. I mean, but that gave us an important key into this matchup that I want to see if Elven Shadow works around, which is that counter hit 2H, countering him out of item toss. Because that was 2 or 3 times where Drifter Dane sniffed out that he was going to item toss and counter hit him with that 2H. And I think that's really important for Elven Shadow to keep in mind.
Ooh, stays high with the double overhead.
Keeping up space with the item tosses there. Dashes under him, gets the 2K to low profile. Donut out on the field, gonna have to pick up the donut to throw another item. And again, yeah, just another 3H, catching him out on these, trying to put out these buttons at full screen. Ooh, good blocking until the instant overhead bursts out. Oh, the mini fouls! Ends up completing the combo anyway. Here comes the smooth jazz breakdown from Answer's theme. Knockdown, Okizeme, instant overhead, going to close up the round.
Drifter Dane putting himself on the board now. We got ourselves a banger.
3. All or nothing.
Round start, dash up 6P, tries to get to Drifter Dane, but just whiffs the hitbox on it. So Dane's going to get a knockdown into the corner now. This is really big because Elven Shadow doesn't have meter to avoid chip damage. And he can just kind of hold this down here for a bit. Gets the knockdown. This is really important for Dane. Yeah, it's an overhead into the RC to get the conversion off of it. Bozak finally gets his burst back, fights his way out, but there's still a steal there. You can't throw an item for free. Teleports on the mini fouls, puts himself into the corner. Is that going to be a mistake for Dane? No, gets the JP air to air.
Excellent 6P to sniff out the J2K. Excellent.
That round was all Drifter Dane. He got the corner knockdown and just Elven Shadow no meter to play with, and Dane just went in and made the most out of it. I mean, when you have no resources caught in the corner against some of these characters, it's terrifying. Oh no, whiffs the going my way, but no punish on it. Elven Shadow just looking for a hit. Use that 5H, I believe it's +0 on block to get the tip throw off of it. There's the seal. Ooh, good confirm. I'm going to have to block the task C, Deja Vu. Dane just doing a great job of just going to the air and giving Elven Shadow a real hard time of catching him in the air.
Yeah, he's staying right out of foul.
Ooh, but there's the going my way. The raw going my way just to catch Elven Shadow.
Wow!
I mean, that going my way was really important because Dane's been catching him out with the 2H there. And the going my way hit, I'm like, I have answers to this. Good block though. Overhead, blocks that. No counter hit on the 2H, no confirm off of it. Hammer coming in. Ooh, air to air.
Oil
set
up,
that off. Yeah, gonna force him in the air. Doesn't jump, gets the slide head knocked down. Into the unblockable. Another one, unblockable. No, jumps out just in time. Blocks the 6K though. Dane really good defense on these 6Ks, but the bomb goes off and Dane doesn't get away. Well, unfortunately, Faust gets up so Dane loses that round. Round start, Pogo beats Far Slash. I learned that interaction today. Here comes Task A. Elven Shadow runs right underneath it though because of the TK inversion. Beats the teleport with the 6H, and here come the meters to OTG. Doesn't get much out of the OTG, but Mini Faust there to cover him. Dead angle. That's a low. Why aren't you blocking low? The answer is 6H. That's why you're not blocking low. Oh, good teleport on the bomb, though. Good awareness. Gets him out of that situation and gets him out of the corner. Forces the dead angle.
Wow.
Wasn't meaty with the 2K. Yeah, got the clash. No counter hits and no real confirm off those 2Hs. That's really important. Caught here in the corner, though, against the Deja Vu setups. Here comes Chocolate. Unfortunately, not going to cover Bozak that well. Gets the trade out with the close or the jumping heavy. I'm sorry. Again, not getting counter hitted by these 2Hs as much, so that actually pays off for Elven Shadow. Takes that match.
The big difference in the second match as compared to the first one is that Elven just got a lot more meter. He was able to dead angle.
Yeah, he just kind of ran in more instead of trying to go for that full screen, set up, throw an item, or go for the scaffold pull.
Right.
He started to run in more, which importantly gives him more meter, but also means he's not getting counter hit by like a 2H or a 3H. Giving if you're letting Bedman counter hit you with those normals at full screen, you're giving him free damage. So you really have to be careful of that full screen 2H or 3H and run your way in to force Bedman to YRC to make himself safe even.
That's a trade that I think Elven's going to take.
Yeah, I mean, the bomb kind of stopped Drifter Dane's momentum and got the screen positioning here. All right, Elven Shadow has the corner position. Dane's been blocking all those 6Hs, though, not getting away with the Chicago unblockable against him.
Of course not. He's not from here.
Yeah, I mean, that's all it takes. Just don't live in Chicago. You block 6H.
Ooh,
good. Yeah, it's really hard to dead angle that jumping heavy. Dead angling and burst jumping heavy is really ill-advised. Now caught in the corner here. Going to have to block all of this. Yeah, jumps out, but comes down on top of a 6P. Going to RC that to get a knockdown with the Tassi knockdown. Goes low, but unfortunately the Tassi Deja Vu OTG's going to give Elven Shadow a chance to play here. Mini Faust coming down on the field. Good TP challenge. Mini Faust saves him though. Oh, but the JD, it's an overhead. Going to put Dane on match point here.
Yeah, it doesn't even need the 50 to cancel. Just if it hits.
Oh, the JP air to air. Elven not blocking. Elven just sitting here at this full screen. I like this not throwing items though because he's respecting that 3H exactly. Blocks the 3H and then throws the item because if you block the 3H, Bedman can't do much about that. Oh, catches him with the 2K.
That's going to be a problem.
I mean, yeah, this is huge for Elven now because now he has a corner position. Bomb's going to go off, keep him blocking. Blocks the 6H. Going my way, keeps him in the corner though.
We're going to call it
real.
trap.
Another 2K. I mean, Elven hasn't hit many of these 6Hs, but he's been hitting a lot of these 2Ks, so Dane needs to like stay more awake on these blocking. Doesn't IV that, so Dane gets his way out. Ooh, that's the teleport one. He's going to teleport behind him. Elven jumps out, but Dane gets the conversion anyway.
Doesn't quite get low enough on the JH.
Oh, but Dane not able to make this conversion.
RC
Here comes all the way down. Yeah, has to RC that to make it safe, though. Dane are up PRC to make himself safe. Knocked down. Not getting great items there, but the unblockable. I wasn't ready for that.
That's the first time we've seen it all day.
I mean, gonna put this last game, last round here for Elven Shadow. And he's got his burst going into this one, too. It's huge. Golden Hammer comes out. I like this from Elven, though. He's waiting until he sees Dane commit to something before throwing the item, so that way he doesn't get countered. Oh, bad burst, but it's a gold burst, so it's unpunishable without a throw. So Elven Shadow didn't use his burst. Yeah, unblockables him. Gets the full conversion off it. Not much damage because of the unblockable hit.
Big money.
Oh, big damage. Yeah, burst at the burst safe point there. And Elven Shadow just respects the 2H there. Doesn't get countered by it. Dane ends up burning 50 meter for minimal reward there off the 2H, RC 2H. I mean, Elven just giving up space here. Like
Drift is just taking the meter.
Yeah, just trying to get as much meter as he can here. But unfortunately, whiffs the JH. Going to get punished for it. Oh, here comes another 2H, but bomb goes off, kind of saves him. Bomb and Mini Faust. Both players YRC, yeah. But Elven Shadow's got all this meter, but bad dead angle. You can't dead angle that JH. Blocks the Okazeme. Yeah, gonna try to jump out here. Oh, JD beats the J2K. And 2K again, that's a low. Mini Faust on the field. This is exactly what Bozak needs.
Did it again.
And another one. Great showing from Drifter Dane, though. I think that was some great adaptation from Bozak in that set. Really needed it to make that match happen.
Bozak digging deep into the bag of tricks.
I mean, getting those Mini Fausts was huge. Yeah, jumps out here and the JD beats the JP. Gets a Mini Faust here. Dane not blocking the 2Ks on Wake Up. Maybe going for a Wake Up dash 4, but those are meaty and respecting. I mean, you want to respect the Mini Faust coming down on your head.
There's one in the air, one on the ground, and Faust has got free movement. It's just
and like he just hit you with a 2K, so like you're one to hold down back. It's like, guess what? Unblockable time, and what?
That was just high awareness
Guess
from the Elven Shadow.
Yeah.
But that was an excellent set, obviously, from both players.
Yeah, I mean, shout-outs to Dane coming all the way out from Dayton and doing really damn well on bracket here for Exert. Happy to see him. One definitely representing Ben well. But we're going to have Sweet X Jam and
Elven. Yeah, this
Elven.
is losers finals now.
Losers finals, so 3 out of 5 now. Elven trying to win another Guilty Gear tournament tonight. So we're going to see some Jam versus Faust.
We're going to see the run back.
Yeah, and I know.
Top 8.
So I know I fought Elven in Plus R earlier today, and I mean, that's one half of the coin, but unfortunately in this game, Jam doesn't have a Force Break Puffball anymore. So, like, you actually have to play neutral, which is whack. Like,
that is demonstrably false.
No, it's whack. If you're a Jam player, it's whack. You have to, like, respect what he's doing. You have to look at the screen.
No, you don't. Allow him to demonstrate.
All right, so Sweet Jam, close your eyes, and we'll see what happens.
As long as Sweet Jam figured out how to not get thrown on his own Oki.
Yeah, I mean, it's very hard. There are very annoying things in this matchup for Jam, such as like her DP is useless. Faust's 2K just beats her DP clean. Also, Faust doing Wake Up 6 PH is very hard for Jam to deal with safe jump pressure. So it's there's some very obnoxious things about this matchup. Sweet Jam has corner positioning there. Oh, but misses it. Yeah, I didn't want that Gekko and had to PRC it. And Elven Shadow winning the air-to-air game here pretty well. There's a knockdown. Now, an important thing in this matchup is Faust takes a long time to get up. So Jam charges a card. She actually gets pretty good Oki from it still.
Gets under the hammer.
Wait his way in, yeah.
Excellent challenge from Elven.
Yeah, another hammer. IB is the hammer in the air. A run-up unblockable. Elven remembered he has it now. Blocks the 6H. Elven's Not getting a lot of reward off of 6H today, but the 2K, you can't wake up parry that. That's round.
These are gigantic adjustments from this set was completely different from the winner's final set.
Yeah, I mean, Elvin's in his zone where he's just going in right now, and this is exactly what he wants to do, which is just get the aggression. The Tech JH, though, paying off. Not going to get knocked down, but sit there and charge cards. I like that. Yeah, just like charges the cards at full screen because, I mean, Faust can't do much about that. Oh, but the 6H out of nowhere with the meteors covering him.
Tries to bait the burst.
I mean, no need to. Not going to give him burst. Another Tech buttons. And a Ryujin away from that bomb bag. Going to get the confirm there. Going to max card here. Going to get another card. All right. Sweet Jam using a lot of those puff balls just to get in and burns the Ryujin to get in. Another burst on the 2H. Don't do it. But the Faust weird hurt box means that 4-6 PK wasn't real. Oh, but blocked low. Oh, no.
Yep.
That is how you punish that.
That is just, I've been playing Guilty Gear for 500 years. I've seen the gold burst before. I remember how to punish it in the heat of battle.
Yeah, so that gold burst is completely invincible until you land. So the only way to punish it is with a throw. Typically, actually an air throw, but I mean, if you're going to punish it with a throw at all, ground throw is as good as you're going to get. There's that big confirm. Yeah, burst on the burst save point there on the 4-6 PP. RC's a little bit early, burns all the meter, and Elven Shadow ready to throw him out of the recovery. Watch the 6H. Elven taking the 2D.
Double overhead. Okay.
Oh, misses the YRC on the Ryujin. Jam wants to do the split kicks, delay Ryujin. YRC just to keep her turn, but Sweet Jam's been missing it, and Elven Shadow's punishing him for it both times here. Just goes to the red RC on that one. Ooh, good bait on the dead angle with the pass-through. Crosses over, gets corner positioning in OTG, but Elven Shadow double jumps. Good awareness. Saw the OTG and figured that he was going to punish the tech buttons and double jumped into the J2K.
Time for the Thunderdome.
I mean, this is not where Faust wants to be in front of Jam's face, but Elven Shadow is not a different breed of Faust, like we're seeing right here. PRC, oh, gets away from him, the JD air-to-air. So Jam just can't catch him. Jam, a high mobility character, unable to catch Faust, but you can a low mobility character.
Like I said, don't tell Bozak that.
Yeah, I know. Good knockdown from Bozak there.
Everything is just working for Elven Shadow right now.
Good burst from Sweet Jam.
Picking an option and is just running the show.
Good burst from Sweet Jam there because it gave him corner positioning, but he didn't respect the tech buttons that time.
Oh,
wow.
Ryujin
didn't have the info all the way there, just flew himself into the... And he gave up the Ryujin card for that.
Bait the living daylights out of the dead angle.
There it is. Yeah, I mean, he's going to do it eventually, but I mean, you can only bait it for so long and actually be doing pressure at the same time. I mean, you're seeing Sweet Jam doing a lot of those H puff balls too, trying to clear space. And every time Bozak just getting away from it. Burns all of his meter on the dead angle. Bozak's just going to burst and block stun because why not?
Mini foul save.
Quick 2-0 for Elven Shadow. Sweet Jam's got to get it together here. And I'm seeing a lot of H puffball on neutral too, which like Elven Shadow's just jumping. Honestly, one thing I've learned about this matchup is just run it Faust, because even if he counter hits you with his big, if he counter hits you with like 2H forward slash, it's a combo. If he hits you at normal hit at that range, you just keep running at him and he can't do anything about it. And if he jumps, cool, you haven't committed to anything, you jump up and hit him. So I want to see Sweet Jam actually just run forward more. I mean, ooh, there's that 6H, so maybe Sweet Jam a little bit mind broken. And jumps into
Doesn't even have the meter this time, just goes for overhead door.
I mean, Bozak right now
no.
After those last two games, Bozak really has no fear right now, right? Like, he's just been so in control. He has all the meter in the world. Everything's working out for him.
Lord.
Bozak's on his way to win the second tournament after he wins this losers finals. This is EX Bozak.
Yeah, EX Bozak has finally come unglued here. This is what we've been afraid of for so many years.
Yeah. And like Bozak started to catch on to those command dashes, and you see those 2Ps just safe catches, delay tech into the air throw. They're going to get the OTG. Bozak doesn't tech though.
Oh, that was almost thrown into the oblivion. But
I mean, yeah, it was a scary burst, but it wasn't an OTG burst. It's technically safe, but
overhead, yep.
Late cross of JH misses his micro dash on the 5K Okizeme. Meteor's coming down. Gonna have to respect it. Goes for the throw. Good throw. Goes for the combo against Faust. Gets the knockdown. Charge up. Oh, tried to throw him. Good parry. Dead angles.
Slips out.
That's going to be around.
Yeah.
Yeah, good conversion into the Gekko to set up the height for the Ryujin to work, because I don't think that Ryujin would have hit otherwise. So Sweet Jam finally gets around on the board here. Finally waking up some, but that was still a close round. Bozak still looking strong.
And he gets his burst back, so we got full reforces on both sides.
Yeah, I mean, Sweet Jam abusing Faust's slow wake-up time in there, gets the max charge, and kind of Elven Shadow doesn't really have a way to punish that, but you know, just a bunch of unblockables in a row, and then a couple more overheads, and then some frame traps. Oh, use your Ryujin card. That's cool. Black Hole coming out. But Sweet Jam in a great position right here because, like, okay, yeah, cool, I'm right next to you. Good blocking by Bozak there. Gets caught by the frame trap.
Unfortunate.
They got caught by the frame trap, but Sweet Jam burned his card without any reward. Going my way, that's going to get a knockdown into an item. Good Okizeme with the hammer coming down. Is that going to be enough? RC. Yes, with the RC it is. Wow. Elven Shadow going to grand finals. Good showing from Sweet Jam. But unfortunately, going home with a third place here, I think just not ready for Bozak, EX Bozak, and he's awake right now. So
when momentum is on Elven Shadow's side, he is the most dangerous player.
I mean, we saw in that first round of that last match where he just kept doing whatever the hell he wanted, right? Like, he just did things, and it worked. Like, everything worked. And
when you're right, you're right.
When you're in that zone, especially in a tournament match where every single choice you're doing is just working, you feel invincible.
Yeah.
And like, at that point, it's like, I know what you know when they're going to burst, and you bait it 100% of the time because everything's working. You have 100% confidence. It is the best feeling to have. So Mike's going to take a quick break here. Let's do some advertisements. Check out what's coming up. Where's my segue? All right.
Finish it right now or never. A full throw blow with the mask. I have to sever. Place and time from the full Vox line. Whatever opposed me, I will outshine. I endeavor to outlast whoever will try. Bad weather, the ship will capsize. Apply mad pressure. You will see my ugly side. Cause I'm not going down without a fight. No, I'm not going down without a fight. I'm not going down without a fight. I'm not going down without a fight. I'm not going down. I gotta go. Finish it right. Finish it.
And Blazing Strike is a retro pixel art 2D fighting game with mechanics that are both modern and reminiscent of 90s fighting games, featuring traditional input commands and defensive parry mechanics. It includes GGPO rollback netcode for online play, PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5, Switch, and Steam, coming from Access Games in 2022.
I mean, sick looking game, got cool parry mechanics. I mean, all the characters look cool as hell. I'm going to check this out as soon as I get home because, like, all these characters are exactly my aesthetic, I would say, where it's like, yeah, I want to play that one. No, I want to play that one. So,
and
real cool. And next up, we got Hitbox. Shout out to sponsoring Roundhouse. Shout out to sponsoring the stream. You got the Hitbox, classic Hitbox controller with the all button input. You also, if you still want to have your stick and want to try out the Hitbox, consider the cross up. It's still got that classic stick gate input, but you also have all the directional inputs as well. Shout out to Hitbox sponsoring the stream. Precise digital input, great for the hands, great for the wrists. I highly recommend them. And don't forget.
Yeah, please don't forget the Matcherino round. We have the Matcherino. If you donate $5 on any individual game Matcherino, you will automatically be entered in a drawing to win one of those hitboxes. It must be an individual contribution of $5 to one or more Matcherino pages, not added up cumulatively over multiple Matcherino pages to equal $5.
Yeah, so donate to those Matcherinos. Excerpt's almost done here, but you know, we still got Strive tomorrow, so donate $5 at Strive Matcherino. Get entered to win one of these lovely stakes with the custom artwork here. See the cross up with the Roundhouse logo on it. We also have the classic hitbox, so everyone in person is gonna get entered to win a raffle for one of these, but if you donate to the Matcherino, even if you can't make it out, you can still win one of these bad boys. And last but not least here, don't forget Frosty Faustings 14, the only FF14 that matters to me.
Hey, you watch your dirty mouth.
All right. Register now at smash.gg/FFXIV. Price goes up in a week on November 1st. We got 3 different generations of Guilty Gear, 25 main game tournaments. We've taken a year off because of this ongoing COVID pandemic, but guess what? We have a strict COVID policy to keep everyone safe in this 24-hour game room. Check it out. Enter. Hope to see you in January.
And most importantly, there's a Dunkin' Donuts in walking distance. So that you're just gonna leave me hanging on it, huh?
Yeah, I am.
Fine. I will enjoy my caffeine addiction by myself.
Listen, we all got our vices.
That's fair.
So here we are getting to grand finals of Xrd. Gonna have Armando staying in the winner side of the bracket, fighting against Elven Shadow, trying to win his second tournament for the day. Actually, both players starting to get their second tournament win of the day.
Ultimately, this is no surprise. The two
really
best
not.
players ending up at the end of the bracket to fight another classic.
This is what I would expect from a Garage Gear stream, actually.
So yeah, we're on brand.
Yeah. I mean, the only people we're missing is like Sim and Mr. K.
That's true. Mr. K, King of Chicago.
Yeah, unfortunately, I mean, not really best time for people to be traveling, so, but we're thinking of you, buddy. Hoping to see you soon. Round start, again, double LM, always have to say it. If you haven't seen the double M tournament before, Elven Shadow has to win a 3 out of 5 to send Armando into loser's bracket, reset the bracket, then win another 3 out of 5 to win the tournament. All right, that's out of the way. Let's play some matches. Now, we've seen a lot of these players, and I mean, Armando definitely a player that just kind of goes in the air and tries to escape and get that one hit to mix. And Elven, just a character, wants to get that pressure going. Meteor's going to come down. Armando has to respect it. Gets crossed up by the Meteors. Ooh, Elven too low for that sort of hit, but gets caught by the orbit. OTGs. It's a safe going my way there, but drops the combo. Love the song. Gonna try to keep Armando in the corner. That JH pays off. Not quite enough to kill. PRC's make it safe. Close out the round of the JD.
Yeah, one of the big things to watch during this matchup is that because Armando likes to be in the air so much and set those swords, Faust jump heavy is going to dictate a lot of where the damage is going to come from.
Yeah, I mean, counter hit 6H really sets up Faust really well. And you can also see, because it takes a while for the sword set to come out, that gives Elven Shadow a chance to throw out a sword, right? Or throw out an item, rather. So because he gets that chance to throw out an item, if the item is something like the 100-ton weight or like the bomb, he can then block the sword and still control the neutral afterwards. So because those items are all on the delay timer, it really gives Elven Shadow an incentive to throw out that item, and means Armando kind of has to stay in on Elven Shadow. Elven Shadow keeping that corner pressure, jumps out of the 6H and PRCs to keep the corner positioning, and that JH, huge hitbox.
That button is single-handedly going to win this matchup.
I mean, that's game 1 to Elven Shadow. Got to win 5 more of those, but I mean, after that, if he can keep up that same pace in every single match, he could definitely do it. Armando didn't really get a chance to play that first game. Mini Faust's going to go the wrong way. Armando going to take the time to try to get his game started up. This is exactly what he wants. This corner combo into Okizeme here. Reset into the overhead.
Done.
Another combo into the trans super. Lots of guts crush. I mean, that super is basically always going to kill someone, but always going to give them their burst. So it's like, it's a trade-off, right?
It's a trade-off, but you know,
you win the round.
Rounds are the most important resource that you can get. So if you have to spend everything to take the round, do it.
Yeah. 100-ton weight. That's a gotcha. That's an SSR and Fate Go right there with that percentage chance. Here comes. Oh,
wow.
Good blitz on the. That is the answer. Is jump back and blitz beats all the options.
Yeah, and that's the first time we've seen Elven take the not up door. And he gets
Armando getting this full confirm here. Gets the knockdown. Blocks the low option. Dead angles out. Yeah, on the save point. Oh, bursts out on the item toss. Unfortunately, not a good item for Elven Shadow there, even with the dead angle. Blocks the overhead.
Whoa.
That's safe.
Yeah.
Ooh, Elven trying to mash throw. It doesn't work out. Armando's going to take the match. 1-1.
Once again, if you're going to challenge that overhead, you have to either blitz the overhead itself or challenge between the second and third hits. Because
Yeah, and I mean, the issue
REV
is,
is plus after that, so
the issue is, of course, like, Faust's not really fast buttons, so I don't know if he actually has any buttons to hit that gap. He might be able to backdash through the hits, but that's even riskier.
he has blitz, so he can do it. So
Yeah, burn the
it's
meter.
a
and
universal answer for the entire cast.
Oh, good throw on the, catches the overhead. Isn't asleep there, goes for the throw, and gets Armando in the corner. Armando blocking his way out here, though.
Unblockable time.
Yeah, bursts out of the unblockable. It's not a command throw, so you can unblockable. Blitzes the item so that way he doesn't have to give him the space. That's really smart. JH whiffs, but it doesn't matter because J2K. Oh, too high! Blitzes to keep the corner. Really good awareness from Armando. Knew Bozak was going to PRC to save himself off that bad going my way because that is unsafe as hell, and just blitzes the PRC in the button.
And so far, we've seen a complete change from the Arm's attack perspective. So he's not putting himself in a position to just get jump heavy to death.
Yeah, I mean, he's not, like, he's really avoiding pressing buttons there. Unfortunately, Meteor's at the top of the screen. That black hole, though, gave Armando amazing air movement, though. I think he wishes he could do that all the time.
He can if you're playing Rachel.
Yeah, true. He did win Blaze Blue earlier today, so. Armando just keeping his space there, staying out of the range of those jumping heavies and the slow walk-up throw. Dane goes out, does not even let Armando get started with the pressure. Good challenge on the item toss with the 5K.
Yep, so we're just going to try and play it mid-screen.
Yeah, catches, unfortunately, Faust with a really large air hitbox. Oh, catches the sword set, though. There are those jumping heavies again, really making payment. And the air throw gets the knockdown. Armando disrespects the wake-up, though, with the wake-up 2D. But 2K closes it out.
Yeah.
Good from Bozak, though, not bursting there when he got caught by the wake-up 2D, because I would have done that. I mean, win or lose, you go into this last round without a burst.
Okay.
Good Oki with the dive. Oh, bad burst, though. Bozak ready to bait it. Jumps out there. Tried to jump out and J2K to beat a possible throw attempt, but whiffs. Here come Meteors, though. Just has to block out for a bit. Yeah, Armando's just going to give it the space, respect the Meteors, and go back to neutral. And he has trust that he can win neutral just like that.
Kind of head jump slash sword. Gets him a full combo and corner setup. Goes for the overhead reset. That's been getting Arm so much mileage today.
I mean, I don't think he's going to have enough to kill even with Trance here. Maybe, but yeah, going to have to do one more combo. Messes with his input. Gets Trance. Elven has to fall into it, though. Has to sit here and block all of this out. Burned all of his meter. Burst safely. He has one chance, basically, to win this right now, and he has to make it count. Unfortunately, the donut ain't going to do it. Maybe gets the 2 chances off of this, but has to block this up, mix up here, yeah. And there it is, the overhead arm going to go up 2-1. Unfortunately, Bozak had his one chance, but just didn't quite get the hit that he needed to make it count, so Armando able to escape and get back into a favorable position. Ron start 5K, kick him in the head. When that JS, Armando's starting to throw out that JS more and making payment off of it. Kind of an equal button to that jumping heavy, right?
Yeah, for sure.
But that's 3 jumping heavy counter hits in a row. Good throw, gonna have to block though. Can't get Okizeme off of it. But Bozak goes for a really big wake up super, even though there wasn't any Oki on deck because of Mini Faust. Wow, Armando making a statement though with the air blitz on the JH, setting up the sword.
Overheads are starting to get blocked. Good.
Armando's starting to bring out the really dirty stuff. I think Armando's really starting to feel himself and really starting to get in that zone where he just can do no wrong, like we were talking about earlier.
He just needs to close this out because if Elven Shadow catches fire, then that's a wrap.
I mean, baits the burst, but I mean, Elven Shadow still bursts this round, but gets away with it, throws the item, gets a little bit of HP from the donut. Oh, whoa, here we go. Danger time. Blitz. Doesn't punish off the blitz though. Oh, but goes under the far slash, but doesn't get the confirm with the mortal counter. Goes to projectile, so they don't count. Gets his own mortal counter. Burst late. All right, both characters, but the projectile, the rarely seen Ramothal projectile, closes it out. Tournament point for Armando right now. I mean, that projectile just threw it out at the right moment. Gets poisoned though. Elven Shadow has got to win this round to stay alive in this tournament. That's how he's going to do it with the counter anti-air 5K. Elven just runs away, makes some space here, gets some items on the field. Bomb coming down, trying to keep Armando in the corner here. Armando jumps his way out. We're seeing Armando just starting to hold up here at this long range because he's played around jumping heavy enough that Elven Shadow's jumping heavies are off. They're whiffing. There it is.
Bomb back killing sword. That's important.
Oh no, Elven caught on the pogo, couldn't block the sword. Didn't get counter hit though, so that's really important for him to stay alive there. There's that counter hit jumping heavy. Open drops the combo, but the counter JTK is exactly what he needs. Whips the 6H, gets punished for it, gets his burst back. Doesn't burst though. Knows that Armando's looking to abate it.
Yep.
There it is. Now he went for the safe burst point against the 5D, but Armando knew he was going to wait for the safe burst point and just RC this 5D. Oh, good awareness. Armando dropped there to bait the dead angle, but Bozak just went for 4H instead. Gold Burst, though, gets all this meter. Just going to throw out trans.
Oh, yep.
This is called checkmate.
And
So-
Armando takes his second tournament of the day.
Good showing from both players. Armando in such great control there at the end. I mean, went for the Gold Burst because as soon as, like, we see this here, jumps back, goes for the Gold Burst after this, knowing that Bozak's going to try to go in. And just like immediately, this is called checkmate because Bozak jumped. He has no way to get past that J8D. Is going to fall into the trance one way or the other and doesn't have the meter to block it all. So that was such good, just set play the neutral from Armando, really.
There's so much untech time on that J8D.
I
You
mean,
get that counter hit. That's
that's knockdown. So congratulations, good showing from all the players. Armando wins 2 tournaments. Bozak won plus R earlier. Second place here, Sweet Jam. Second place to plus R. Third place here. So I mean, great showing from all our players this weekend.
Guilty Gear players are good at Guilty Gear. Who would have thought?
I mean, tomorrow we got Strive at 3 p.m. I think.
That's
Noon
is Strive. Yes.
Noon is Strive
And
tomorrow.
there's going to be a bunch of monstrous killers.
Go donate to the Matcherino. Get that $5 donation to the Strive Matcherino. Get entered for that hitbox raffle. We got over $100 in the extra Matcherino. Good shit.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much to everyone that donated. I'm sure Armando's gonna be walking away with a big smile. Drinks are on him tonight, I guess.
You mean TBK?
TBK sounds good. Let's go get TBK.
That's right.
TBK. All right.
Thank you all for tuning in and staying with us. Watching some excellent Guilty Gear. I'm Kizzler.
This has been Amadeus. We'll see you tomorrow.
Bright and early, noon o'clock.
Later.
Take care.